he on that raft to begin with? It's up to audience interpretation. Why did he want to stay on Numenor? It's up to audience interpretation. Why did he lie about the Southlands? Because, sir, it's up to audience interpretation. My dear boy, how goes the recovery? It's okay, sir. Luckily, the bullet missed my brain and hasn't affected my ability to write. Are you sure you're okay to go back to work? I can always find another writer. No, sir. Please, I need this job. Ever since the accident, my wife, I caught her in the garage with the neighborhood watch dads. Oh no, was she? Yes. Even in the hobbit hole. Oh no. Well, let's not dwell on your horrible, horrible personal life. I hear you've brought me a new script for a new season of television. Oh yes, sir. Here. The Acolyte. What is this about? The Acolyte? Oh shoot, sir. Sorry, I gave you the wrong script. Here. This is the one. Okay. The Rings of Power. Season 2. You mean season 1, right? 1? Sir, we already made season 1. You approved the $1 billion budget yourself. No, my dear boy, I do think I would remember an 8-hour television show set in Middle-earth that cost me $1 billion. You are mistaken. No, sir, I'm not. Look. Oh, what now? Here it is.
You out for deigning to beg them for a few petty soldiers. What will they do when you tell them that you are my ally? When you tell them that Sauron lives because of you!
And you will die because of me!
Are you okay? Now I remember you. You're the one. I should have killed you long ago. I tried, but somehow you've come back. How? Tell me, my dear boy, how did you come back? Yes, sir, it was me. I'm sorry. Please don't shoot, sir. Sorry. I'm sorry. Hear me out. Season 2 will be better. Please. Many that live deserve death. That may be so, sir, but this season is going to focus on Sauron as Anatar manipulating Celebrimbor. Oh, you mean you're actually going to pull from the source material this time? Why didn't you tell me? Please, go on. Okay, sir, we're going to start off at the dawn of the Second Age, and we're going to witness Sauron as he attempts to seize control of Morgoth's forces. And how does he do that? By saying, "Today, a new age begins. Under me, your master, Sauron." Sauron actually calls himself Sauron. Wasn't that name given to him in mockery from the free people of Middle-earth? Why would he call himself a mockery? Sir, his name is Sauron. I saw the movies. And wait, why is he repeating his name to the orcs he's already addressing, like they don't know who he is? Well, sir, I just don't want to confuse anybody, because we're going to have to recast Sauron in this scene. Why? To imply that he can change forms and set up future payoffs. So do we need to recast Charlie Vickers as Halbrand Sauron because his identity, from what I remember, was revealed at the end of last season? No, sir, we can just get a wig and glue it onto Charlie. Changing forms. Then why are we bothering with recasting Charlie in this initial opening scene? Now you're just creating confusion. What the hell are you doing? And why do you need to reiterate to the audience that this pretty white elf is Sauron? He's the only white boy in this black party. I think we get it. Sir, I'm literally 20 seconds into the new season. I'm gonna need you to back off, or we're never going to get past the title sequence. Okay? By Eru Iluvatar. Okay, go on. So after a failed assassination attempt by a random orc, Sauron kneels before Adar, who is set to put the jagged crown of Morgoth on his head. So Sauron was nearly assassinated by a random orc, and instead of taking further security measures, he instead kneels in front of Adar and allows him to stand over him with this jagged pointy crown? Yep. Okay, well at least that ticks the special needs character box. Now all we need is a black, a gay, and a woman. What is a woman? I believe Tolkien called them cave trolls. So what happens next? Adar betrays Sauron. He stabs him with the crown. Shocking! And then Sauron explodes. He explodes all over the orcs. Oh, it's a bit inappropriate, isn't it? And then he's gone, reduced to a puddle of black blood that has to sit in a cave, presumably for hundreds of years. So you're telling me he turns into this puddle of blood, and not some disembodied shadow like it's described in the books? His spirit? No, he's a puddle of blood. That's not very otherworldly of this otherworldly creature. But wait, sir. As the puddle of blood, he devours a rat, and that gives him the strength to rebuild his body. Just as Professor Tolkien wrote! And then he eats a millipede, and he starts to grow more. See, this is really clever, sir. It's a metaphor. Metaphor. Sauron. Death. Everything he comes in contact with, the millipede, dies. Life. Metaphor. It's genius, if I may say so myself. You may not. And then finally, the Sauron blood puddle eats a person, and he turns into Halbrand. Halbrand! Sir, how did you know? Because, my dear boy, I am not retarded. Now tell me, what does this black mass look like? Well, I haven't quite figured that out yet. Oh, I'm sorry, I'm getting a call. Hold on. No, woman, damn it. I said if that... No. If you don't cook me my steak and make it medium rare this time, if you burn it again, I don't have to remind you what will happen, do I? Very good. I love you too. What were you saying? Oh, we were talking about the black Sauron puddle. Don't worry, I figured out what it's gonna look like. Great! And sir, I won't go into detail, but basically the next 10 pages just cover Sauron's journey from blood puddle to meeting Galadriel in the first season. Finally, we can see how he got lost at sea. So that's the first episode, is it? Well, I must say a Sauron point of view is very exciting. Sir, this is just the cold open. I have 55 pages more to go. Oh no! So now we cut to Galadriel. Everybody's favorite! And she's chasing Elrond, who has the Rings of Power. The Rings of Power? The ones that you wrote were created in the reverse order Tolkien wrote, right? Yes, the very same. And Elrond's on a mission to get to Gil-galad with the rings. So Galadriel is chasing Elrond from Eregion to Lindon. My dear boy, you do realize these two realms are not right next to each other? How long was she chasing him? A week? God damn, my hole is itchy. What happens next? Well, Gil-galad decides they're going to use the rings, even though Sauron was directly involved in their creation. How wise of the 4,000-year-old elf high king! But Elrond won't allow it. He takes the rings and he jumps, sacrificing himself. Oh, it's so nice of you to write a character with agency and motivation. Good job. Good job. If you like that, sir, guess what? Halbrand has got himself captured in Mordor. Why? He was free last time we saw him, so he can offer a deal to Adar. What deal? He tells Adar that if he frees him, he will tell him who the elves are conspiring with to create a power not of the flesh, but over flesh. So Sauron is trying to manipulate Adar into using his orcs to attack a location that he gives him, right? Yes, but Adar rejects his terms and Waldred throws him in prison. Who? Waldred. He was the creepy pedophile from the Southlands. Remember, sir? Oh, the pedophile, yes! How could I forget? And now we're reunited with Gandalf and Nari. Tell me, how many pages do their scenes take up? 8. Do me a favor and skip them for me, please. You don't want to hear about them wandering the eastern desert, sir? Nope. Okay, well, do you want to hear about Elrond's next move? Yes. Yes, I do. Well, he seeks Círdan, the oldest and wisest of the elves, for help with the rings. And how will the audience know Círdan is the oldest and wisest elf? Well, Elrond will specifically say those words to Círdan himself. Yes. Can you get another character to repeat that he is the oldest and wisest elf, please? Just in case we don't truly grasp it as an audience. Okay, well, Galadriel can speculate with Gil-galad that Elrond would seek the oldest and wisest of their race, maybe? Yes! Good! The audience must know who the oldest and wisest elf is. We must tell them again. Sir, the next part of the script is Gandalf and Nari again. Sum it up, quickly. Okay, well, they're still lost, but Poppy joins them. Who? The fat Harfoot. Oh, the fat one, got it. What next? Well, Círdan. He's the oldest and wisest elf, yes? Yes, him. The oldest and wisest, yes. He's going to drop the rings into the ocean for Elrond. Wait, Elrond traveled to the wisest and oldest elf just to ask him to drop the rings into the ocean? Yep. Did we not just see Elrond jump off a cliff into a waterfall that presumably runs into a body of water like an ocean? Could Elrond not have just let the little bear go into the ocean and then the rings are lost? It would save us all a lot of time. That's a good point. So do you think some rewrites are in order then, yes? Hello? Hello there? Oi! Sorry, sir. What did you say? I think being shot in the head. I can't hear well. Never mind. Just tell me how the episode finishes. Well, Halbrand pledges false allegiance to Adar. Okay. Waldred is eaten by a warg. Who? Galadriel gets a ring of power. Wait! Wasn't Círdan meant to drop them in the ocean? Yes, but Círdan recognizes the immense power of the rings and returns them to Lindon. How small is Middle-earth? These characters really get around fast. But it doesn't matter, sir, because this scene is all about Galadriel getting her ring. Why does she get a ring? The High King himself said he does not trust her. Why would anybody let Galadriel, the booty call of Sauron herself, have a ring of power? Because the ring fell at her feet, sir. So the rings that Elrond is specifically saying Sauron helped create, one of them falls at the feet of the one person Sauron manipulated, and nobody thinks to question this. They just let it happen. Yep. You know it's not too late to just rewrite your script. What's that, sir? I can't hear you over Halbrand's reunion with Celebrimbor at Eregion. He's here to manipulate Celebrimbor to make more rings. So you're telling me that Halbrand managed to go from Eregion to Mordor, get captured, get released, and travel back to Eregion, all without word or knowledge that Halbrand is Sauron coming from the High King himself to Celebrimbor? Yep. Are you also telling me that Elrond and Galadriel did not tell Celebrimbor when they were in Eregion last season that, hey, this random guy that helped make the rings, Halbrand, is Sauron? You're telling me that? Sir, if Celebrimbor knew who Halbrand really was, it would be a lot harder for him to manipulate Celebrimbor to make more rings. But no, you great! What a wonderful start to a new season. Congratulations. I'm so glad you finally agree with me, sir. Finally? You can leave. Okay, I'll see you next time, sir. Bye. It won't be long now, my precious. We will kill him again. Yes, we will. We will kill him. We will kill him again. And this time, we won't miss. On our last video, some arsehole commented that we took too long to get to the point. So this time, my dear boy, no funny business, no jokes. Just get to the point and tell me about episode 2.
Our last video? What are you talking about, sir?
The Writer's Room, an underrated comedy series on YouTube. You haven't seen it? Don't you ever wonder why we have the cameraman here in the office?
Oh, is that what he's doing? I don't know why I never questioned it sooner.
Anyway, according to that one asshole, we aren't funny. So only business this time. No funny jokes.
I'm never trying to be funny, sir.
I know, you're such a precious little retard. Now tell me all about episode 2 of the Rings of Power.
Okay, we start with Disa and Durin, and they're doing some shopping at the local market.
Do princes usually do their shopping with the common folk?
Dwarves do. They're extremely humble beings.
I don't think they are.
And Disa kneels over to touch the ground.
Oh my, that couldn't have been easy for her.
And she senses an earthquake before it happens.
Is that because she...
Sir, no fat jokes. Control yourself. You said this meeting was business only, alright? Disa did not cause the earthquake because she is morbidly obese.
Okay.
But she is fat. She's nice and juicy. She would make a very tasty meal. Very fat, juicy dwarf.
Sir?
Nothing, my dear boy. Continue.
Well, this earthquake causes all the lights in Khazad-dûm to go out. No more light for crops.
Oh no! What will the brilliant miners of Khazad-dûm do now? If only they could just mine their way back to the surface.
Well, don't dwell on the dwarves too long, sir, because Galadriel is back.
And what's that cunt up to?
Well, she's having a vision of Celebrimbor being slain whilst he's repeating the Rings poem.
Rings poem?
You know the song. 3 rings for elven kings under the sky. 7 for the dwarf lords in their halls of stone. 9 for mortal man
doomed to die. Wait, why is Galadriel having a vision or a prophecy about the Rings poem? Are you telling me that Sauron in his spare time wrote a very elegant and beautiful ring poem? Are you telling me it was Sauron's plan from the very beginning to create 19 rings of power, each for different races? Are you telling me that? All before he even knew he could do it without Celebrimbor's help? And for that matter, why did he allow his identity to be revealed before he could make the rings? Do you understand? This makes no sense.
Sir, you're not meant to ask questions, okay?
It is literally in the DNA of every human being to question everything. You cannot expect the audience just to switch off, although they may fall asleep.
Sir, just accept the foreshadowing and let it be.
Just because the audience knows Sauron will eventually make the rings does not mean Galadriel's vision makes sense in the context of the story you're telling. Do you not understand?
Trust me, sir. The audience is going to come when they hear it.
Come?
Yes, sir. Come. Ejaculate.
Okay.
He keeps baiting me with terrible lines and bad writing. He wants me to strike. He wants me to kill him, doesn't he, precious? Yes, I'll give him something to come about.
Sir?
It's nothing. It's just a little tickle in my throat. Go on.
Okay, well, it's time for a war meeting with Gil-galad and his most trusted advisor.
And who is his most trusted advisor?
Well, that will be, Extra 217. Yes. She tells Gil-galad that their spies have seen Halbrand walking into Mordor.
Hold the fuck on. Are you telling me the elves have spies on Halbrand? How do they know what he looks like? How does anyone outside of Galadriel, Elrond, and Gil-galad know? And for that matter, Halbrand just waltzed into Eregion last episode. Where were these spies then?
I don't know, well, maybe Sauron killed them.
Then how did word get back to Gil-galad that Halbrand had entered Mordor? And for that matter, why is everybody now calling the Southlands Mordor? Did a proclamation go out across Middle-earth that, hey, it's not the Southlands anymore, it's Mordor.
It's just easier for the modern audience to keep up, sir, if we say Mordor. They're a bit slow. Remember, they made a woman a millionaire because she described spitting on a cock as a good way to keep a man.
Oh yes, Hock Tur.
Exactly, sir. We need to keep things really simple for them.
Of course, I'm down with the modern lingo. No cap, skibbity toilet, bruh. Hooray for modern audiences.
So Galadriel proposes to Gil-galad that Sauron's true plan is to make more rings through Celebrimbor. But Gil-galad shuts that idea down.
Why?
Because he says Sauron is alone and without ally.
Has Galadriel not told Gil-galad that she met Halbrand on a raft in the middle of the ocean where he was, and get this, alone and without ally? He did pretty well for himself from that position.
I don't think she did, no.
She might want to tell the Elven High King that the shape-shifting immortal demon is very resourceful and can make allies very quickly. I mean, he did deceive some of the wisest and oldest elves in the world in less than a week.
Too late, sir. Sauron is already back at Eregion.
Wait, I'm struggling to keep up with your stupidity. So you're telling me after the conversation Gil-galad and Galadriel just had about how he is alone and without ally and how he has spies watching him, Halbrand just managed to walk back into Eregion? Are you telling me that? I cannot keep up with you.
Not welcome back, sir. He's turned away by Celebrimbor.
Good. Finally, some common sense.
But Sauron decides he's not going to leave. So he's just going to wait around to be addressed by Celebrimbor himself.
Oh, it's a shame that Eregion do not have any armed guards that can forcefully remove him.
Now, sir, I can finally dispel your doubts on my script. Remember the elven spies that were spying on Sauron?
How could I forget?
They have been killed by an unseen enemy. This explains why Celebrimbor has not received word that Halbrand is Sauron.
So when the spies and messengers of Gil-galad do not return to Lindon, does Gil-galad question this? Does he send out more messengers and spies to get word to Celebrimbor? Or is that it? Do we ever bring this up again?
Nope.
Great!
It's time for something new, sir.
Oh boy! What?
An evil wizard in the eastern realm of Rune.
So you're telling me there's now 2 wizards? 2 in the Second Age? Are these actually the blue wizards you're pretending is Gandalf and Saruman? Are you playing on the audience's expectations again?
Sir, in the biz, us writers, we call this a mystery box.
Fuck you!
And the evil wizard, guess what? He resurrects Slim Shady.
Oh, she was such a popular character.
And we learn that the evil wizard wants to capture our good wizard.
Why?
Mystery box. And speaking of the good wizard, sir, he and Nari are discussing potential names for himself.
Is this just going to be a season-long tease? What's my name? What's my name? Just for him in the last episode to proclaim, I am Gandalf?
You're gonna have to wait, sir.
Mysteries for mystery's sake are not compelling. You do know that, right?
But don't worry, sir, we're going to tease it.
How?
Well, sir, Nari is going to say that our good wizard, he's afraid to use his powers without a Gand.
A Gand?
Yep, a Gand.
What the hell is a Gand?
A staff. He needs a Gand to control his powers.
So you're just going to make up words like Gand to further tease that this wizard's name is Gandalf? Gand is not a word, you fucking dickhead.
This is a fantasy show, sir. I can do whatever I want.
I can too. You suck a big giant coxia.
So Disa walks into Durin's throne room.
Should she be walking so soon after the last earthquake?
What did I say about fat jokes, sir?
I had to sneak one in there, just the way Disa sneaks in those dwarven Twinkies.
Oh, fat people are funny, sir. You're right.
And what is Disa up to?
Well, she's going to sing to the mountain trying to open up another way to the surface. It seems to me the dwarves are highly underprepared for living underground. But now Disa confronts Durin for not speaking to Durin. And you'll have to wait till next episode, sir.
Soon.
Sir, it's okay. There's plenty of other great drama to see.
Really?
Yes. Galadriel needs to convince Elrond to come with her to Eregion.
And?
He eventually agrees.
So dramatic.
The wizard uses his powers again, but he creates a massive tornado and accidentally sweeps the Fat Harfoot and Nari up into it.
Oh my god, yes. Finally, those dirty little twats will die! Do we see their brains explode on a rock when they fall back to the ground?
Of course not, sir. They'll be back.
Oh, for fuck's sake!
And finally, we end the episode with Halbrand talking to Celebrimbor. And because Celebrimbor has the softest cock of all the elves, he allows Halbrand to come back into his realm.
Why?
Because Celebrimbor wants to be remembered for something. And he sees Rings of Power as his one and only chance at a lasting legacy.
Isn't Celebrimbor the most renowned smith since Feanor? I think his legacy is pretty strong.
No, sir, that's what that loser Tolkien wrote. What I've written, that's far more deep.
Tolkien?
Exactly, sir.
Oh dear.
So Halbrand, he takes advantage of Celebrimbor and changes forms and becomes Anatar, the Lord of Gifts.
Does Celebrimbor not see this as a red flag? That he was just able to change forms like that?
Nope. In fact, I think Celebrimbor comes in his gown.
Phenomenal!
So Sauron, now as Anatar, pledges to Celebrimbor that through him, through his knowledge, Celebrimbor can become the Lord of the Rings.
Oh, he said it! He said it!
He said it, sir. And that's episode 2.
Well, it started off very slow, but that ending, my boy. Every time I think of shooting you, you just bring it all back.
And the best part is, sir, we still got 6 more hours to go.
Why just spit on the legacy of some of the greatest books ever when you can rape, pillage, and plunder them for 6 weeks and 8 hours?
You're so funny, sir. This is a love letter to Tolkien. I'm not raping him.
Tell that to the internet. I don't want to do it. I cannot. I will not.
But you must do it. The fans demand it. You're the only one that can stop him.
But I get paid so well just to let him do what he wants, Precious. Think of the money.
What about the fans? What about your integrity?
Precious, we could be snorting cocaine off hookers' tits in Miami. Think of the money.
You must send him to the void. Destroy him.
No.
Sir, are you okay? Your assistant said you're having headaches.
I'm okay. I just need a cool compress and to relax a little bit. Oh, that's better. So why are you back so soon?
Well, sir, you asked for episode 3 of the Rings of Power season 2, and here I am.
Oh yes. Well, you can go on and talk. I'm just going to close my eyes and chill out, okay? Go on.
If you say so, sir. But I gotta say, I'm pretty excited about this one. The Númenóreans are back.
Yes, very good. The Nemoidians, very good.
So first off, we're going to follow Beric.
Beric?
Isildur's horse, sir.
Oh, Isildur. The man who cut the ring from Sauron's hand himself. I do wonder if he survived that fire last season.
Well, I'm about to reveal that, sir. But first, we need a horse action scene.
Yes, very good. Waste the budget.
And after Beric kicks an orc onto a tree, impaling it, he flies off into the forest. But the orcs refuse to follow, saying, "That's the Black Forest. Nothing comes out of there alive."
Wait, wasn't Mordor created like 72 hours ago? How is there now a Black Forest with a name and a reputation? Do you know how long it takes to develop a reputation?
Because, sir, that's what I wrote on the page.
Oh, I
cannot be bothered, go on. And then Beric is going to find Isildur in Shelob's web. Shelob? The spider from Return of the King? Yep. Remember, sir, this is a prequel. The audience expects us to hit all the beats. I think they expect a comprehensive and intelligent story, my dear boy, but you do you. And you wouldn't believe it, sir, but Isildur and Beric escape unharmed. I never would have guessed. And then we go back to Numenor, and we're reunited with Elendil and Tits McGee. Did you say Tits McGee? I did, sir. She's back. And Ozempic is a hell of a drug. Oh, I miss Tits McGee and her titties. Oh, me too, sir. Me too. I could cry of happiness if it wasn't for this damn headache. And now Miriel shows up. Who? The Queen of Numenor. Queen of Numenor? She's the blind one. Oh, right. The blind queen that wore a blindfold for her blindness. How could I forget? What's her plot line in this episode? Well, she is being undermined by Pharazôn, who's using the war and the loss of life in Middle-earth as a way to turn all of Numenor against her. Didn't only like 3 ships go to Middle-earth? Each boat carrying maybe 20 people, 60 in total? It's not exactly a big loss. Oh, but the Numenorians are very angry, sir. Very angry. Very white and very angry. White is bad. Brown, black, good. If that helps win over the modern audience, I don't care. And then Adar has a meeting with a local orc father who's worried about his family. You know, he wants his wife and infant, disgusting orc baby to be safe. Oh, look at you go, humanizing the orcs. I do not foresee fan backlash, not at all. Hey, sir, remember the rings of power? Well, it's time to make more of them. Finally! So Annatar proposes to Durin that he can make them some rings of power. But Durin, he doesn't trust Annatar. You know, Sauron isn't that convincing. Maybe it's the wig. I wouldn't trust a man with a wig like that either. But Annatar does convince Disa they need rings. So Disa, this is the first time she's ever heard of a ring of power, but she is 110% behind the idea. Are you saying that black people are more susceptible to the lies of crafty politicians? That is very racist, my dear boy. No, sir. I'm just trying to demean another white guy. Oh, that's better. But Annatar, he tells Celebrimbor that Gil-galad forbade the making of more rings. To which Celebrimbor says, "Fuck the High King of all my race," and pens a letter to him saying he's closing his forge. So you're telling me now that Celebrimbor is throwing away his very long and old relationship with Gil-galad the High King because some shapeshifter told him so? Yep. Great! And finally, sir, we're back with Isildur. Why did you say finally? Do you actually think I was anticipating seeing that soy boy again? And he gets stabbed by diverse female character. Oh, sorry, sir, I wasn't meant to read that. He gets stabbed by Estrid. Who is Estrid? Just some refugee from the Southlands. But we're going to set up a love plot. My dear boy, have you read the books you're basing your show off? Isildur would not just fall in love with some random refugee. Well, technically, sir, Isildur's wife is not named in the books. So I can do whatever I want. Oh, the fans will love that. Just like how you omitted Isildur's brother and added a sister, Tits McGee. They will love it. Sir, you need to trust me. This is going to lead to an exciting action scene. Oh, finally. I was nodding off. Guess who's back, sir? Gollum? No. Frodo? No. Treebeard? Armalas. Who? Armalas, sir. The Puerto Rican elf from last season. Oh, yes. How could I forget Armalas? And he arrives just in time to save Isildur and Estrid from a bunch of white guys. He does a flip. That's a cool trick. Then he does another flip. 2 flips are better than 1. And then Armalas leads out 2 new lovers back to his village where they're having a funeral for Bronwyn. Who? Bronwyn, sir! You remember Bronwyn? No, I don't. She was Armalass's love interest in season 1. You're going to have to be more specific. She had brown hair. My dear boy, I do not remember this bitch. Sir, she survived 2 arrows to the torso. Remember? Oh, the de facto leader of the Southlands, Bronwyn. How could I forget? She survived 2 arrows to the torso. That woman could survive anything. Wait. She's dead? Sadly, sir. How did she die? Embarrassment. Oh, that's tragic. But she is survived by her son, Theo. Who? Theo, sir. The teen with the awful haircut and voice. Oh, that little shit. Please tell me we reduced his screen time? Absolutely, sir. And get this. He unironically doesn't want his single black stepfather in his life. Oh, this really is a fantasy show. Oh, sir, I love your racist jokes. So Theo tells Armalass he never wants to speak to him again. Well, considering these are 2 characters I give 0 shits about, please move on. Okay, well, maybe you'll care more about Durin and Durin reuniting. You're wrong. I don't care about them either. Skip. Okay, well, how about Numenor and the Numenorians? Yes, I like Numenor. In fact, I just like saying Numenor. Numenor, Numenor, Numenorians, Numenorians. What are they up to? Well, Miriel is about to be coronated as queen, but she gets interrupted by the 12 extras we can afford. Only 12? Where is all this budget going? Well, sir, I thought we could buy ourselves a few extra holiday houses. Oh, right. I do plan to have a summer house in every third world country before this show meets its end. Now tell me, what are the Numenorians so angry about? The white masses are calling for a strong, white, male leader. They undermine the female brown leader. Oh, that's very topical. And Tits McGee is back. She throws the Palantir that Miriel was using in front of the crowd, exposing her as a friend of the Elvish. So the Numenorians hate the Elvish, do they? A large faction, yes. Oh no, what will Miriel do? Well, there's not much she can do, sir, because now a great eagle is going to land at the ceremony and Pharazôn is going to approach it. This prompts for calls from the audience that Pharazôn should be king. So all it takes is an eagle to fly down and not bite you, and you are now the king of Numenor? That's all it takes to rule the great kingdom of Numenor? Yep. Did we ever establish this eagle thing? Nope. Well, maybe you should go back and just throw in a scene where Pharazôn can monologue about the importance of eagles, yes? If you say so, sir. Good. The eagle is always right. Now guess what happens next. What is it? Durin is at Eregion, and he's ready to craft some more rings. Does Anatar influence this process? Yes. How? Well, sir, he takes the mithril that will be used to alloy with other metals to create the rings and squeezes it really hard. You know, when I read these books, I imagined the whole forging process to be very magical and mystical. You know, something otherworldly that I really can't comprehend. But you're just telling me that Anatar squeezes a rock really hard. Not a rock, it's a mineral. Squeezes a mineral really hard and drops it into a pot? Yep. Considering these are the titular rings of power, the whole point of the show, do you think maybe we should put more effort into their forging? You know, more effort into these scenes than, say, Bronwyn's funeral? Nah. That's it? That's all you got to say is nah? Yep.
Kill him now!
Okay then! Oh, sir! You shot me again. Oh, did I? Oh, sir, I forgot to tell you that Theo was taken by Ents. Oh, sir! Are you doing this on purpose? Why the fuck won't you die? What do you remember? Before the shooting, sir? Nothing. It's all just fragments. I'm clueless. So you remember nothing? Good. But thank Eru, the part of my brain responsible for creative writing was not harmed. I think Eru himself is in my corner. Oh yes, we're all blessed for it.
I certainly don't feel like Melkor escaped the void just to personally torment me to the end of my days.
The doctors, sir, they could not believe it. Even I'm thinking I must be here for a bigger reason than myself.
And what reason do you think that is, my boy?
To give the world my talents, sir, and share my stories, just like the one I brought today. Season 2, Rings of Power, Episode 4.
The world will thank you. I'm sure of it.
Yes, and the world will thank me when I do what needs to be done.
Sir, do you want to hear about Episode 4?
The age of the modern writer is at end. Soon a new age will dawn. An age of competence.
Okay, sir, if you're not going to respond, I'm just going to talk.
I'm sorry, my dear boy. Go on.
Well, you see, sir, it struck me all of a sudden. We're halfway through the season, so what better way to celebrate than by introducing some more characters?
You're not taking another beloved Tolkien character just to sodomize them with the mighty Mace of Grond, are you?
No, sir, I have the utmost respect for Tolkien's writing. That's why it's time to introduce Tim Bombadil.
Tom Bombadil? You mean Tom Bombadil?
That's what I said.
No, you didn't. You said Never mind. What is Tom up to?
I'll get to Tom, sir, but let me take you back to the start of the episode where Elrond and Galadriel are forming the Elven Avengers.
The Elven Avengers?
Yes, sir. And Elrond tells Galadriel he needs 2 swordsmen to...
Swords, people? We don't want the women that watch our show to feel left out now, do we?
People watch our show?
I know, can you believe it?
So Galadriel says she knows exactly who to bring along.
And who is that?
Well, technically, sir, they're not really characters. They're more just a superficially diverse group of elves that we can use to placate single moms and lesbians on Facebook.
Lesbians? Oh, you mean dykes? Those rug munchers are always making such a fuss online, aren't they?
So our Avengers, they set off. But their journey comes to a quick stop, sir, because they come across a bridge that has been totally decimated.
How?
Well, Elrond speculates that maybe a strike of lightning did it.
Elrond speculates that a single bolt of lightning decimated a 100-foot stone bridge just like that? Nothing left to be seen but a massive gaping crater? Does Elrond have mithril between his pointy ears?
But as usual, sir, Galadriel has the right answer.
Which is?
Sauron, sir!
Of course she blames Sauron. Everything that goes wrong in Middle-earth, Sauron. That's like me blaming the devil every time I get caught with blow and elderly hookers in the backseat of my car. Oh, Mr. Police Officer, don't shoot me. I'm not black.
But it actually is Sauron, sir. He destroyed the bridge.
Would you care to elaborate exactly to the audience how Sauron managed this, considering he is at Eregion?
Nope. Great! So the Avengers now have to speculate on what to do. They can go north or south, each way adding about 2 weeks to their journey.
Well, as long as they whisper that elven chant to their horses, you know, the one that Galadriel whispered to her horse in episode 6 of season 1 to catch up to Adar, that chant, they'll get to where they need to go by nightfall, I'm sure of it.
Horses, sir? No, they're walking.
Wait, you're telling me they're on an urgent mission? Probably the most urgent mission in the world. Get to Celebrimbor before it's too late? And these idiots, they decide to walk?
Yep.
Wait, didn't you tell me in episode 1 that Galadriel chased Elrond from Eregion to Lindon? A scene that took maybe 60 seconds of screen time? So you've established that this journey is incredibly quick with horses. And now you want to break that precedent not 3 episodes later because you're too inept to come up with a storyline that makes sense for the Elven Avengers? You're just going to make them walk?
Look, sir, don't you think it's a little unfair to hold me to scripts I've already written? Just sit back and enjoy the ride.
No, I don't think it's unfair. It is completely fair to hold you to your job.
Too late, sir. The Avengers are going south.
Well, if they're going to walk, at least tell me they're doing it in haste.
More of a brisk walk.
Phenomenal. Tell me about the next insult. Scene. Tell me about the next scene.
Well, Gandalf is searching for Nari.
What about Poppy?
Who's Poppy?
The fat Harfoot.
Oh, I forgot about her, sir. well, she's not exactly the main character, so it doesn't matter. Gandalf only cares about Nari. Gandalf is fatphobic? Well, that does explain his manhandling of Samwise in the Third Age. Now, instead of finding Nari, Gandalf finds Tom Bombadil. Oh, the jolly fellow with a blue coat and yellow boots. I have waited my entire life to see him on screen. He must inspire joy, merriness, happiness, and be full of heart. Pump your brakes, sir. This is not your daddy's Tom Bombadil, and he does not wear blue or yellow. Is it really that hard to do one thing loyal to Mr. Tolkien? It's alright, sir. He might not wear the clothes Tolkien described, but he is merry. So who should we cast that can bring this joyfulness to the screen? I was thinking of the guy that fucked a pig on Black Mirror. Choice of actor. And what is Tom up to? I'll get back to Tom, sir. We need to catch up with the Harfoots. I assume they survived their 300-foot fling into the air without a scratch. I love modern writing. And they run into nobody. Who? Nobody, sir. A store hobbit. A stool? Like poo? A little poo hobbit? No, sir. A store. And this is an opportunity for romance between Poppy and nobody. And get ready for hijinks, sir, because you can bet your ass if there's a hobbit on screen, it's time for bad acting, whimsical music, and diversity. So we see the store homestead, sir, and it's a lot like Luke Skywalker's home in the ground on Tatooine. And what is the point of this scene? To hit diversity quotas, sir. Finally, the starving people of Africa can see themselves represented on the television. Finally! That is, if they ever see a television before their short lives end. Sir, starvation is hilarious. It is. Nari tells the store leader they're looking for their friend. And? Well, Poppy describes him as a giant, to which nobody says, what, like an elf? There better be a point to this. Well, Poppy says no, he's bigger than an elf. And then get this, sir, the store leader says, what? He's like a great big grand elf. Did you get it, sir? What? Sorry, I was imagining you headless. The store leader said, what? He's like a great big grand elf. Grand elf. Gandalf. Okay, stop it. I get it. Enough is enough, I yield. Next scene. Okay, well, the evil wizard gets an update on the search for Gandalf. And? Well, we basically established that this evil wizard and his cronies are no match for two Harfoots. What better way to set up your intimidating villains than by making them totally incompetent? Have you ever imagined Gandalf wet, hot, and naked, sir? Do you really not remember why someone would shoot you 5 times in the face? Sir, stop trying to trigger my PTSD, or you're going to miss the part where Gandalf asked Tom Bombadil for advice. And what advice does Tom have for Gandalf? Well, Gandalf asked Tom why he is here. And Tom tells him it's his duty to face Sauron. And then? And that's it, sir. If you want to find out what happens next episode, do not cancel your subscription to Amazon Prime. Do you ever write anything fulfilling to watch, boy? Come on, sir. When don't I write fulfilling episodes? And speaking of, the Avengers, they're about to fight some Barrow Wights. Oh boy! But before the fight, sir, the Black Elf is taken and killed in a very horror-esque sequence. Still killing the token black guy first, are we? Some tropes never die. The Barrow Wights attack, sir, and our Avengers, they slash, they spike them. But there's nothing they can do. They keep regenerating. The Barrow Wights won't die. Whatever will they do? Will Galadriel and Elrond, characters central to the Lord of the Rings story, set some 3,000 years after this story, survive? Oh, this is just so tense. Well, Elrond remembers that he read some lore once that says the Barrow Wights can be killed by their own weapons. It would have been helpful if Elrond started with this knowledge. And just like that, sir, the Avengers win. Oh, it's just absolutely thrilling.
So thrilling.
Then the Avengers question, why have the Barrow-wights awoken? But of course, Galadriel knows why. Sauron!
And there she goes again, blaming her ex for everything. Speaking of exes, whatever happened to Celeborn, her husband? I would like to know how he feels being cucked by the literal devil himself.
Remember Theo, sir?
Oh, by the flame of Arnor, this joke is getting old now, but... Who?
You're right, it is getting old.
Yes, I thought so. So what about Theo?
Well, he's trapped in an easily escapable tree prison.
Oh, how will he ever escape?
His elf stepdaddy is on the way, and he's got help. Isildur and Estrid.
Okay, I actually mean it this time. Who?
Estrid, sir. The homeless woman that stabbed Isildur in the last episode. Remember?
Oh, I almost forgot about that. Isildur must have a nasty limp after a stabbing like that.
Nope, he's fine.
Oh, you.
I mean, why would you even write that he got stabbed in the leg if you're not going to give it any consequence? What is wrong with modern writers? They must be destroyed.
Sir, did you know that Estrid was secretly an Adar supporter?
Oh no! Whatever will Armalas and Isildur do?
Well, they put her in manacles, sir, and Isildur feels so betrayed.
He feels betrayed by the homeless woman that stabbed him a day prior.
Yep, and he interrogates her as they continue to search for Theo.
Wait, why the hell did Armalas bring Estrid on this journey to find his stepson? She's a traitor.
Because, sir, without Estrid, Isildur and Armalas would have been digested by the CGI monster I'm about to include.
Oh, I love it when you spend all the CGI budget on meaningless side quests. What happens?
Well, after Armalas fails to save Isildur from the sinking mud, Estrid decides she'll have a go at it.
And let me guess, the 120-pound girl that is bound by the wrists is successful at the one thing the men were not.
Yes, sir, but instead of just saving Isildur and Armalas, she brings up a big snake monster from the deep.
Oh no!
But don't get too excited, sir, because Armalas cuts his way out of its stomach, and that's the scene!
Another astonishingly exciting scene on par with Jackson's films, yes?
You actually mean that, sir?
No!
Oh. Okay.
Oh, my dear boy, I didn't mean that. I'm sorry.
Oh, I'm sorry, sir. What were you saying?
Nothing. What happens next?
Well, we go back to the Harfoots, sir, and they learn from the store leader that there is a prophecy that somewhere in Middle-earth there is land for all hobbits to found.
Wait, are you turning the Shire? You know, just a random bit of grass with some holes in it where midgets live into some prophesized mythological land?
That's right, sir. By including prophecy into your storyline, you automatically make it more important.
I bet George Lucas would disagree with you.
Who?
George Lucas, the creator of Star Wars.
Oh, you mean Kathy? She's a genius. All right, sir. Let me wrap this up for you.
Oh, lad, you read my mind.
Galadriel tries to act again.
It's the thought that counts.
Isildur tries to make a move on Estrid, but she takes his sword.
Isildur, the man that cut the ring from Sauron's hand himself, is disarmed by a homeless traitor.
But don't worry, sir. Estrid is wiped off her feet with the force of a full-grown Ent. She hits her head against a rock at 50 miles per hour.
Oh, goody! Is she dead?
No, sir! She'll be back.
Great!
Armalas rubs the Ent's wood,
Ugh.
and he convinces the Ents to release Theo.
Oh, I forgot about Theo again. It's funny how that just keeps happening. Thank Eru, Bronwyn's son is safe!
Well, sir, he'll never be safe. Not whilst Adar continues to march.
Continue to march? When did Adar start marching? The last time we saw Adar and his orcs, he was in Mordor. You know Mordor? The place he and his orcs specifically created so they could live in? We devoted an entire season to it, my dear boy.
Halbrand got into Adar's head in the first episode, remember, sir? So now, Adar believes the elves are helping Sauron.
So Adar's plan is to march where exactly?
Eregion, sir.
How does Adar even know where Sauron is? Our main characters do not even know where Sauron is.
Well, don't forget, sir, that Adar is an elf. He's not an orc. So he probably just thought, yeah, it's probably Celebrimbor. If anybody's going to help Sauron create a power over flesh, it's probably that Celebrimbor over at Eregion. Okay, that is thin, even by your standards. My dear boy, why can't you just write me a second draft? Make it make sense. But sir, that would require work. Oh, I suppose it would. Never mind then. And in a meeting of fate, sir, the Avengers discover Adar's orcs. Oh, what a small world it is! Middle-earth? More like Middle Suburban Park. The force of orcs is too great, sir. So Galadriel, she sends the Avengers away. She's going to take them on herself. She's so brave! And after some really clumsy and slow fight choreography, sir, where the orcs just sort of wait there for their turn to attack Galadriel, she turns to all of them and says, "These are elven lands, go back to the shadow." Geez, I say the same thing to the immigrant family next door, and I'm a racist, a community problem, a nuisance. But Galadriel says it, and it's all okay. The double standard is ridiculous. But she says it in vain, sir, because Adar captures her himself. And that's the cliffhanger we end on, sir. What do you think? I don't even know why you ask my opinion. I have literally sat here for the last 15 minutes belittling every single word that's come out of your mouth. So, you're cool with the script? I can leave? Fly, you fool. Oh, thank you, sir. Oh, actually, I wanted to end the episode on a song. I forgot to tell you. Oh, a song! Here, sir. Listen to this.
Now let the song begin. Let us sing.
Isn't it great? Oh, yeah. Hey, is that an elephant? Where? What kind of idiot would end an episode on a song like that?
Now let the song begin.
Sir, come down from there. Stay back! You are eternal, evil, ancient. Stay back! Come on, sir. There's no need to talk like that. I know what you want. What is it you think I want? I've got some sardines, sir. I know you want one.
Fishy, yeah. Oh, yeah.
So if you're starting to feel a little bit better, sir, maybe now you want to listen to what I've got to say?
Yes, whatever you want. Anything for the bearer of fishes.
Good, and you will listen and love every word. You promise? What other idiot would greenlight your show, my dear boy? Of course I would love it. Well then, sir, let me deliver the best news you're going to hear today.
What is it?
No Harfoots or Gandalf this week.
Oh yes. Finally, have you listened to my feedback and reduced their roles going forward?
Don't be ridiculous, sir. None of them this week means a lot of them next week.
Oh, Eru, save us all.
Let me ask you a question, sir. Do you know what nostalgia is?
Nostalgia? I've never heard of it.
Basically, sir, it's when you take a familiar image, sound, or event and manipulate the audience based off a previous experience they've had with such events.
Oh! Do you think that's a good way to make more money?
I do, sir. And that's why we're going to start this episode with a shot directly paralleling the beginning of The Two Towers.
The Two Towers? That is a movie I know and love. Oh, this nostalgia thing, I like it.
Isn't it great?
Yes, so great in fact, I think I might capitalize on this nostalgia for the next decade. It is a business model I do not see fading at all. How could audiences ever get sick of seeing the same goddamn thing every single time they turn on their television? It will never die.
Now we dissolve into Durin's chamber, where he's admiring the 7 dwarven rings of power.
Wait, the 7 rings are done already? All we saw last episode was a big pot get warmed up, and Anatar drops some mithril in it.
And what's your point, sir?
I'm saying we have a real opportunity here to show craftsmanship taking place. Smith porn, if you will. Imagine if we brought in the world's best smiths to show us, the filmmakers,
how smithing is actually done. And then we captured that in a very cinematic way. Add some epic music. There's an entire audience out there that would love that. We should not be skipping the creating of the titular rings. Sir, I can sense you're not at peace with yourself. I want to show you something.
Oh?
Well, sir, I found this in the depths of my loft. It seems old, ancient.
Oh, yes. It looks very precious.
I want you to have it, sir. How do you feel now, sir?
Oh, my dear boy. I feel better. Calmer. Stronger.
I'm so glad you like it, sir. I hope this positive energy continues throughout our meeting.
Oh, my dear boy. It feels like having sex with a woman and coming. Tell me everything.
The dwarven rings are done, and Durin chooses his own ring. But before he can take it, sir, he hears the whispers and curses coming from the other rings.
Yes, I like taking the characteristics of the One Ring and applying it to all other 19 rings of power, lessening the impact of the One Ring itself. This will play over well in focus groups.
And once Durin puts on the ring, sir, it goes to work corrupting him straight away.
What does the ring do to him?
Well, the rings, sir, they enhance the wearer's traits. So, Durin's greed is exemplified.
But Durin never came across greedy. I mean, wasn't he the one that put an end to all the digging last season? How can he be corrupted through greed if greed was never present?
Because, sir, the rings are evil.
Oh my, you just took my logical breakdown of your terrible writing and turned it back around on me. Who said you can't polish a turd?
And with his newfound power, sir, Durin is done. He's done waiting for his dwarves to fix the roof and let the sun in, so he's going to do it himself.
And is Durin successful?
Of course, sir! He manages to do this in moments.
Wow, it really calls to question the ability of these highly advanced dwarven miners and engineers if they couldn't do that themselves after weeks of trying. But my dear boy, I do see what you're trying to do. You're trying to show off the power of the ring. I understand. Well done.
Thank you, sir. I'm so glad you finally understand me.
Only took 2 years and a few attempted murders.
You cannot kill what isn't alive, sir.
What?
So Durin gives a speech, and he decrees the dwarves are now free of the sun's tyranny.
It seems to me they really need the sun. I'm not sure calling it tyrannical is accurate.
It's a metaphor, sir.
Please explain.
It's a figure of speech, sir, comparing two things that aren't alike and saying they are alike.
No, I mean explain the... Never mind. What happens next?
Do you remember the doors of Durin, sir?
Oh, you're not relying on nostalgia again in place of storytelling, are you?
Oh, sir, you caught me again. You're so smart.
Oh, stop it, I'll ejaculate.
Have I ever told you, sir, that when the light hits your hair, you look like him?
Like who?
Like Glorfindel, sir.
Oh, my boy. Anyway, we are back in Celebrimbor's forge, yes?
Yes, sir. And after a quick party celebrating the creation of the dwarven rings, Anatar quickly presses to Celebrimbor it's time to start thinking about making rings for men.
And why men?
Why men indeed, sir? This is what Celebrimbor ponders. He hates men, says they're easily corruptible, and he won't do it.
Is Celebrimbor a member of the Ku Klux Elf?
But Anatar fires back at Celebrimbor, saying they can find men they can trust to wear the rings. Men that are not corruptible.
And what does Celebrimbor say to that?
Well, not much, sir, because now Anatar is going to bang on about how he wants to make 9 rings for men, even more than what was made for elves and dwarves.
Why 9? Seems like a terribly random number.
Because, sir, the perfection of the 3 rings is going to be perfected thrice over.
Isn't that obvious? So Anatar is a fan of his multiplication tables, is he? Ha! He must have missed the part where 3 times 2 does not equal 7 when they made the dwarven rings.
Oh, don't worry about that, sir. The audience is not smart enough to keep up with this stuff. Only me and you, sir. See, this is why I keep you around. You humble me and remind me just how much smarter I am than the audience at home. So Celebrimbor dismisses making more rings. He's done. But Anatar, he says, fine, I'll do it myself. Are no neurons firing in Celebrimbor's mind that maybe, this shady, shape-shifting guy that just stands in the corner all menacingly, all quiet and such, now trying to take over his forge is maybe a bad guy? Nope. Do you not think we should portray the greatest elven smith and ruler of an entire realm as somewhat intelligent, maybe? I mean, great. Thank you for doing what you do. Hold on to your thank yous, sir, because it's time for a scene on Numenor. Please tell me all about my favorite plotline. Well, Pharazôn, who is now king, he's already king after that eagle incident. This is why you're such a good writer, not wasting any time. I told you not to thank me too soon, sir, because Pharazôn, he's looking out over the ocean, pondering his mortality, and now we see the plot point for, spoiler alert, the downfall of Numenor. Isn't this a massive part of Tolkien's lore, the downfall of Numenor? And you just want to skip all that epicness and have Pharazôn's motivation just be he wants immortality from the very beginning? Yep, once again, on behalf of all fans worldwide, thank you. And now we get an intimate scene where Miriel thinks the future has changed because Elendil did not see the flooding of Numenor in the Palantir. So the Palantir, which in the books is just a communication device, is now some future-seeing orb that tells the future to whoever touches it. You see, it's changes like this, my dear boy, that endear all of us to you. This information, sir, it shakes Elendil. He's out of his depth. Oh no! But Miriel touches him, and he hardens up. Oh! And without wasting any more time, sir, Wait, please tell me we're still in Numenor. I'm just so engrossed right now. Of course, sir. We're about to witness anybody loyal to Miriel be stripped of their rank, including Elendil. Who could possibly have the authority to do this? Why, Tits McGee, sir. Tits McGee, the daughter of Queen Miriel's biggest supporter? The very same, sir. And she's now evil, having sided with Pharazôn. Whatever will happen next? Well, Elendil's former shipmates are going to thank him after he's stripped of duty. We never really saw Elendil get close or command any of these men. You know what? I'm sure this scene will not fall flat and be an example of embarrassing filmmaking. Sir, I don't want to disappoint you, but we have to travel across the pond back to Middle-earth. I promise, we're going to come back to Numenor. Don't get too upset. Oh, okay. But please promise me we're going to come back. I must know what happens next. Let's go back to Lindon, sir, where Extra 217 is womansplaining to Gil-galad exactly what he should do with his army. Oh, extras these days. So much sass. We see a random shot of Elrond running. And? Well, that's it. So there's nothing more you want to show of Elrond? Just a random clip of him running in the woods? Well, sir, he's running back to Lindon to warn Gil-galad that Adar's army is on the march. But we will get back to that, sir. Trust me. If only he had a horse. So Disa buys a bowling ball for 150 dwarven dollars. And? This is an extended scene, sir. So just listen, okay? Oh, an extended scene of Disa and her big ball. I cannot wait. So Disa drops the ball and it's rolling away. She barges through people through the market trying to catch up to it, but she cannot. Oh, for goodness sake, did we not just fix the problems with the last earthquake? And here she goes causing another one. No, sir, I told you previously. Disa's morbid obesity is not the cause of these earthquakes. I don't know. They seem inexplicably linked to every time Disa moves too fast. So if there's no quake, what happens? Well, Disa follows the bowling ball into an undiscovered cave system, completely adjacent to the market she was just shopping at. So there's an entire cave system just sitting there, adjacent to a very highly populated market area. That's what you're telling me? Yep. You see, my brain goes to call you an idiot, even shoot you. But I'm just compelled today to say thank you.
You have subverted my expectations with something so dumb, it must be too cerebral for my mind to comprehend. Disa finds a lake at the bottom of this cave, sir, and she hears the bellowing of a great beast. Speaking of great beasts, any news on that Balrog that woke up last season? Haven't heard from him. That, sir? That was just a tease. I'll bring it back when I feel like it. Oh, treating the audience like pigs awaiting fresh slop. That is how you increase subscribers. It's just genius. What's really important now, sir, is Durin. Durin or Durin? Durin. Okay, Durin is handing out the rings to emissaries from other dwarven realms, but they're not for free. He wants to exchange them for wealth. What kind of wealth? He wants 50% of the share in all of their mines. So trade half of the livelihood of your very realm for some random rings that might not work, that appeared out of nowhere. Exactly, sir. Hello, is this the Bank of Earth? Good, I want half. Yes, half. In return, I will give you the greatest back massage you've ever received. You will never have lower back pain again, not till your dying breath. What do you say? Do you agree to my terms, Bank of Earth? Hello? Did they go for it? No, I seem to have been disconnected. I'm sure they'll call back when they're ready to accept my terms. In the meantime, you tell me what happens next. Now, Durin. Durin, yes, that one. Got it. Durin tells Durin they need to stop mining because Disa has discovered a nameless evil, ancient and powerful. He literally says those words? A nameless evil? Ancient and powerful? Yes. How does he know it is nameless? How does he know it is ancient? How does he know it is evil? How does he know it is powerful? Because, sir, it screamed really loud at Disa. But Disa also screams a lot and causes a lot of earthquakes. Sir? I'm sorry, my dear boy. The point I'm trying to make is that I think Disa is a bigger enemy to the people of Khazad-dûm than some random creature just trying to live its life in some unexplored cave system adjacent to the local market. No, yes. I see you're trying to set something up here, my dear boy. Good job. Continue. Thank you for your belief in me, sir. No problem. Something's wrong. Would you like some more fish, sir? Remember the unseen world, sir?
I think so. Is that where Frodo went every time he put on the ring?
Exactly that, sir. Now, Myrdania has been transported to the unseen world because of Celebrimbor's ring experimentations.
Who?
Myrdania, sir. The female elf that thinks looking sad all the time equates to acting. Oh yes, that one. So she was transported to the unseen world, hey? Why? I told you, sir. Ring experimentation. Care to expand on that for the audience? Okay, maybe... Too much mithril! Sir, did you just come up with that? I did. You mean you just came up with that without doing any research on Tolkien's lore? Without knowing the properties of mithril, you just came up with it? Yes. By the crown of Melkor, sir, I thought you were just a pretty face. Turns out you're a natural writer. Stop it, my dear boy, stop it. Oh, I would, sir, but your eyes, they're so damn vexing. They twinkle with the shine of the secret fire. Oh, I'm blushing. Yes. And those lips, those lips that just say, I eat ass. Oh my god. Am I one of those homosexuals now? Sir, I've just had an amazing idea. What is it? I'm going to make Sauron flirt with Myrdania. Why? Dogs gotta eat. So Sauron likes white bitches, eh? Sounds like he just needs a good night out at the Eragion nightclub. Get all that pent-up anger he's built over the last millennia out of his system. Oh, sir, don't start talking to me about anger, because we're about to get plenty more of it on Numenor. Do I smell an Emmy for best writing? What is happening in the greatest plotline ever conceived for television? Well, Pharazôn's son has arrived at a local temple to the Valar in order to shut it down to make way for a new aqueduct. King Pharazôn moves quick. His first day in office and he's already greenlit the building of a new aqueduct? Yes, sir. And to enforce his rule, Pharazôn's son... Does Pharazôn's son have a name? He does, but do you care enough to learn it? No. You're right, go on. Pharazôn's son destroys a religious relic,
causing Elendil to punch him. Oh no! And in the ensuing chaos, sir, the Numenorian guards that are there to protect Pharazon's son do everything in their power not to protect Pharazon's son. They're off in the background just looking like busy extras on a set. By Eru, the direction of this scene is stellar. You think that's good, sir? Wait till I tell you about Pharazon's son's fight with Valandil. Who? Valandil, sir! The Samoan Numenorian. Yes. Valandil. So Valandil is fighting Pharazon's son, but he loses the upper hand and almost drowns, sir. Pharazon's son has him in such a position that even though he has no leverage or no power over Valandil, he's still managing to drown him. Couldn't Valandil just wiggle his way out of this situation? I mean, if it's death or a quick wiggle to escape, I know I would choose the wiggle. Well, of course he wiggles out of it, sir, and he almost kills Pharazon's son. And? Elendil stops him, because they're good men. They are. But Valandil turns his back on the obviously bitter Pharazon's son and gets stabbed. Wait, who gets stabbed? Valandil, sir! Oh, right! It's very sad, sir. Yes, poor Valandia. Okay, sir, I sense you're getting a little tired. Yes, my dear boy, ever since I bore this ring, the fatigue is striking me. Well, let me quick fire some plot at you. Come on, baby, hit me. Sauron further manipulates Celebrimbor by saying he is the reason there is a fault in the Dwarven rings. What is the fault? Well, Durin, sir. He says his father has gone mad and the ring is the reason why. Okay, so that's Celebrimbor's fault. How? Sauron says it's because he lied to his High King. So crafting whilst angry is a bad idea. It is, sir. Like drink driving. It's a good thing I only do copious amounts of heroin when I drive. Disa asked Durin to never, ever wear one of the rings. Wasn't Disa cheerleading the idea of rings of power previously? Oh yeah. She was. Never mind it, my dear boy. I'm sure the audience will forget all about it. Gosh, your support means so much to me, sir. Anything for you, my dear boy. Your writing is a gift I cannot bear to lose. And finally, sir, Elrond returns to Lindon. Oh, that elf is quick. What does he tell Gil-galad? He tells him to send his army to Eregion ASAP, sir, to fight Adar. And? Gil-galad says no. There's no way they can possibly defeat Adar and Sauron. Wait, didn't Gil-galad specifically say just a few episodes ago that Sauron is alone and without ally? So there aren't two armies to defeat, there's only Adar's army to defeat. Why is this king so stupid? Oh yeah, you're right. Never mind it, my dear boy. I'm sure the audience will forget all about it. Wait. Didn't I just say this about some other contradiction just moments ago? And finally, sir, Adar proposes to Galadriel to team up to take on Sauron. He wants to team up with Galadriel, the elf that promised to kill his entire race only last season? Yup, Adar is consistent. He is, sir. Consistent in his effort to take on Sauron. Consistently stupid, my dear boy. Oh, come on, sir. Who hasn't wanted to watch Galadriel team up with orcs? It's a fan's wet dream. Well, I am going to trust you. You've never pushed me astray before. And if fans complain, sir, we'll just call them bigots and misogynists. Oh, yes! We'll hit them with the old Disney routine. Oh, well, sir, I gotta fly. See, I'm not gonna eat this fish. Do you want it? Oh, I mean, I'm not fussy, but if you're not going to eat it, well, here you go, sir. I'll see you next week. Yes, goodbye, my dear boy. See you next time.
Oh, yes. Yes, it's nice and fishy and raw. Juicy. Yeah. Yeah.
Sir, why is it so dark in here? Sir?
Yes.
Sir, are you okay?
Yes.
Where's that damn lamp?
Oh, my dear boy, take it away.
Oh, I'm sorry, sir. What's going on?
I'm just having a small migraine.
The light does not help. Oh, I'm sorry, sir. I'll just leave the lamp on me, if that's okay. I need to be able to see my notes. Oh no, it's not that time of week already, is it? Nothing can stop the rings of power, sir. Nothing but the wrath of Bezos himself. Curse that fool! Curse him and curse Amazon! They can live their fruitful lives while I have to toil with the modern writer. It's not fair, I say. But we must stay faithful, sir. They give us the money. Yes, but by Eru it gets harder every week. By Melkor, sir. Melkor. You should put your faith in a new god. My god. Oh fine, what do I care? Eru never listens to my prayers. Maybe Melkor will. You know what we could do, sir? It might cheer you up. Let's write the episode together. Oh, I would hate to deprive the world of your original ideas. Perhaps together, sir, we can craft a story so divine, Bezos will grant us passage on his final rocket into the West. Yes! I can finally prove my worth. And if not, sir, with Melkor's strength binding us, we can destroy him. Well, we better get to work. The greatest story ever told waits for no man. Well, let me start us off, sir. We need to set up the siege of Eregion. Oh, yes. How? Well, we haven't seen Armalas in a minute, so what if he comes across a platoon of Adar's orcs, and he dispatches them, as only an elven warrior can. Really epic, like the movies. And then he interrogates one of them to find out Adar's true plan. I love that, sir, but remember, Bezos only gave us a couple $100 million to work with here, so, you know, small budget. We need to make it less orcs. Fewer. What? Nothing. So Adar takes on 3 orcs. 3, okay. What an exciting start to the 6th hour of the 2nd season. And what if, sir, instead of interrogating the orcs, he just finds a map to Eregion on them? Why would random orc soldiers be carrying a map to Eregion? You tell me, sir. You're helping me write. Well, what would you say in a moment like this? Because that's what I wrote on the page. Very good, sir. You're learning and learning fast. Oh, thank you, my dear boy. Now, sir, Eregion is going to be central to the story of this episode. So do you think we should check in on Celebrimbor? Yes, we should. What is he up to again? Well, last time we did check in on him, he was trying to make the rings for men. So maybe we catch up with him and he's struggling to make them. Why is he struggling with these rings when he has made 10 rings of power previously? It should be like riding a bike at this point. I don't know, sir. You tell me. Oh, right. Come on, you fool, think. He's not using enough mithril. Should we explain why mithril is so important to the process of making rings, or should we just leave it vague? No, we shall leave it. I've heard audiences love a good mystery chest. Mystery box, sir. Oh, box! Forgive me, I am new to all this writer slang. That's okay, sir. So what's gonna happen next? Well, Celebrimbor should get mad now. He has ring dysfunction. And? Maybe he lashes out at his fellow smiths. He could forget Murdania's name, sir. Who? Murdania, sir. Remember? Oh, look at me, I'm so sad. Look at my sad face. I'm an actress. Murdania! Oh, yes, of course. The sad one. Yes, he forgets her name. And if I was Celebrimbor, I'd wrap her head around my anvil while I was at it. Ha 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 ha! Oh, sir, violence against women. That's a knee slapper. Ha 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 ha! It is until you're caught. So what's Anatar up to, sir? Oh, I forgot about him. Well, the plot calls for some bad guy manipulation of the good guy, so now's the perfect time for him to show up. Oh, I love contrivances. Well, let's say Anatar moves his hammer, making Celebrimbor think he's losing his mind. Sauron was known to be quite the prankster. Yes, Morgoth hated it when he hid Grond on him. Very good, sir. Oh, I've got another great idea. What if Anatar presumes command of Eregion while Celebrimbor works on the rings? Yes, sir. But how will he make it known to the elves that he's now in charge? Anatar can address them and deliver the message. He can get out on a grand balcony overlooking the thousands of citizens of Eregion and deliver his address. Sir, Eregion's not that big. Somewhere in the Salmonellium, Tolkien wrote that maybe like 50 elves live there. Oh, I could have sworn Eregion's capital city was home to many thousands of elves. So you're just telling me it's more of a
hold fast with 50 elves?
Yeah, but we better take it down to about 24, sir. Budget.
Curse that Bezos! Melkor can have him. I tell you what, my dear boy, if he was in this office right now...
What would you do, sir? Tell me.
If he was here right now, I would take my hands and wrap them around his gangly little throat, and then I would start to squeeze, but I wouldn't squeeze too tightly just yet, my dear boy. I would like to see the fear take his eyes, watch him know as his moments are drawing near the end. Then I would start to squeeze a little bit harder. Watch the pupils dilate, watch his eyes go bloodshot, watch the sweat trickle down from his bald forehead, and then I would watch as that bald forehead begins to get all vascular, and then I would take my fucking hands and squeeze just a little bit tighter. Let's hear the bones crackle and crunch under my very hands like the biggest raging fire you've ever heard, and then I would twist. My dear boy, I've gone dizzy all of a sudden. Can you take over? My mind needs to rest.
You take all the time you need, sir. Well, I guess we better set up the siege of Eregion now, I suppose.
Oh, well, I suppose the elves of Eregion have been preparing for weeks now. There's no way a force as large as Adar's could possibly get as close to the capital city without them knowing. Tell me about their siege preparements.
No, sir, the elves are not prepared. I think it would be far more dramatic and make a lot more sense if they don't know Adar is coming until he fires the first shot.
So the elves of Eregion, beings who have lived for thousands of years and seen war before, they do not have scouts that have seen this massive army closing in?
They did, sir. But Adar has been killing them and sending their bodies back to Eregion.
Does this not sound any red flags?
Well, it would, sir. But Anatar swears the guards to secrecy. Don't speak a word of this.
So the elves that Anatar swears secrecy to, none of them question this?
Why would they, sir?
Well, you see, my dear boy, elves are immortal. So if one of them just up and dies, it should raise a few questions, no? Especially with the creation of Mordor just last week, and with Adar's army, a known force in Middle-earth. Oh, stop it, don't hurt yourself. I'll take it from here.
If you say so, sir.
Shit, I have forgotten all about the plot lines we have open. Please remind me.
Well, there's the Harfoots.
Oh my god, no. What else?
Numenor.
The episode just begun, my dear boy. We don't want to turn the viewers off already.
Gandalf. Durin.
You know what I just realized? After you named all our open plot lines just now? Our show sucks!
Don't be like that, sir. Melkor has spoken to me. He loves the show. He loves the torment it bears on mortal men. He finds it satisfying. You want to be in the good graces of Morgoth, right?
Yes, I do.
Then you're going to write. Tell me about Galadriel as Adar's prisoner.
I see you saved the very best for last, eh? Well, maybe Adar is trying to win her over.
Why?
Because...
Yes?
Because... Adar wants her ring of power.
Brilliant, sir. Why does he want her ring?
Because he still has Morgoth's crown, the one he stabbed Sauron with in the first episode.
And combining that power with Galadriel's ring, he can finally put an end to Sauron once and for all. Sir, you're a genius.
Oh, I just wanted to bling him up. Make him all bougie, as the Greek women say. But that works too.
It does sound a bit easy though, doesn't it?
It does a little bit. I have heard that conflict is the heart of fiction.
What can Galadriel do to reject him?
Oh, she can call him an orc with the hard R, like this. Orc.
Orc.
No,
Oh, I'm sorry, sir. I just didn't realize you had such contempt for orcs. I mean, that word has kept them down for hundreds of years.
No, I'm not a racist.
Sir, let's just move on.
I'm not a racist.
Let's go back to Numenor, sir. We need to push ahead with Elendil's trial.
Trial? Why is Elendil on trial?
Remember, sir, he punched Pharazon's son?
Oh, right.
And you cannot punch a king's son.
No, I guess not. Tell you what, you seem to enjoy this Numenor plotline. Why don't you take it from here?
What is it the kids say, sir? Cooking? I'm cooking with this script.
Tell me what you're cooking.
Well, Pharazôn deems that Elendil's crimes are punishable by death, but he wants to spare him due to his service for Numenor in the past.
Pharazôn really is a man of the people.
So Pharazôn proposes to Elendil that if he accepts him as king, he will be free to go.
And?
Well, of course, Elendil and his big nuts said no, sir.
Does he pledge himself to Miriel instead?
Absolutely, sir. He claims her to be the true queen.
Yes, the blind moron who's only led men to their deaths and not proved a thing to anybody. All hail Queen Miriel.
Oh, I love seeing you so excited, sir. That's how I know you're going to love the execution method Pharazôn chooses for Elendil.
What is it?
You're gonna have to wait, sir.
Damn you, boy! Why do you edge me like this?
I think it's time for more Gandalf and Tom Bombadil. Take it away, sir.
Oh, you left me the worst plot line to write. You crafty bugger.
No, I didn't, sir. Because I'm going to make you write about the Harfoots later on. Go on now, sir. Tell me about Gandalf.
Okay, he has a vision of Nori dying.
That's very dramatic, sir.
And Tom tells him that the secret fire, it shows him visions of what will be.
Oh, the secret fire. That is a good Easter egg for general fans, yeah.
But now Gandalf wishes to master the secret fire. But Tom says, no, you must not master it. You must become a servant of it. Yes, lean into the fan service, sir. Lean into it. Every single line of dialogue Gandalf had in the Jackson movies, we must set up. Lean in, sir. Take it all. We never saw Gandalf get his staff. We better show the fans exactly how he got it.
Yes. How, sir? How does he get his staff?
Ooh, we can mystery box it. Save it for the finale.
God damn it, sir, you're getting me so excited. An 8-hour television series where Gandalf, the only thing he does is get his staff. Fuck yeah.
Oh, and we can end Gandalf's scene on a cliffhanger.
What's the cliffhanger?
Well, Tom wants Gandalf to choose between saving Nori from the vision he saw or getting his stick.
Really? That's the best you got?
My dear boy, you underestimate me. Because Tom then poses to Gandalf, many that die deserve life, and many that live deserve death. Who are you to give it to them?
That's the line from Fellowship. The famous line. Sir, you're so good at this.
Can you believe it's my first day on the job as well?
I knew you had it in you. Now tell me about the Harfoots.
Nope.
Come on, sir.
I said no. I hate them.
Make it quick, sir. Give me an outline. I'll expand on it in my second draft.
Second draft? You're hilarious.
You got me, sir.
Okay, Harfoots. Big Mama has a big cry, sad story, and that's it. Move on.
Great work, sir. Giving side characters we do not give a fuck about extended monologues is always entertaining.
Oh, and Poppy kisses nobody. I got you back, you son of a bitch!
Good one, sir.
Now it's your turn. Let's hear about some dwarves.
Well, okay, sir. I guess it's time for a little Durin action.
Has the ring affected him further?
Oh, yes, sir. The dwarves, they're delving too deep and too greedily.
You're really taking that line about the dwarves delving too deep and too greedily quite literally, aren't you, my dear boy? Are you sure you don't want to be more subtle in your storytelling?
Why be subtle, sir, when we can surround Durin in gold and jewels?
Oh, because he is greedy. Yes, the ring is corrupting him, I get it.
So corrupted, sir, that he refuses to part ways with more mithril for Anatar.
Whoa! Anatar is in Khazad-dûm? Why?
Well, you remember before, right, sir, when you said Celebrimbor wasn't using enough mithril to make the rings for men? That's why Anatar is here. He needs more mithril.
So why wouldn't Durin sell it to him? He is very greedy now, after all.
He's holding out for a bigger price.
Classic Jew. I mean dwarf!
So Anatar is going to leave empty-handed, but before he does, sir, he sees a Balrog in the fire.
He sees a vision of the Balrog. So is he going to control it, or is he just going to leave Khazad-dûm to its fate? Oh, you. And then what?
So Durin cries now because he knows he has to stop Durin.
I've noticed there is a lot of crying in this series, but I never feel anything.
Crying equals acting, sir. It's very powerful.
If you say so.
And now, sir, I'm going to take us back to Numenor. Are you ready?
I'm literally wetting my pantaloons in anticipation.
Tits McGee visits her father in prison. She begs him to accept Pharazon's deal.
More tears, eh? Wasn't Tits McGee steadfast in her beliefs against her father? Why now is she trying to save him and flip-flop? What is her motivation?
Because, sir, she's a real person with grey morals and motivations. Some people would call this characterization.
Well, I just call it sloppy, but tell me what happens next.
Well, now Muriel visits Elendil, and she too has a deep conversation with him.
Ooh, do me a favor.
Yes, sir?
Can you make her cry? I don't think we've seen enough of it.
I can, sir. Anything for you.
And speaking of things we have not seen, I want you to put in a scene of Disa. She screams really loud, summoning some bats to scare off the miners of Khazad-dûm. Put it in the script.
Oh, that came out of nowhere, sir.
Yes, it did.
Care to fill me in?
No.
So you just want me to include a random scene of Disa screaming, summoning bats, and scaring off a few miners?
I do.
Seems a bit silly, doesn't it?
I want my scene of Disa summoning bats. And by Melkor, my dear boy, I will get my scene of Disa summoning bats. You will put pen to page, or I will bring Sophia Namvete in here and she will sit on you.
Sir, there's no need for violence. I'll do it, I swear.
Good lad. Now go back to Numenor and tell me what happens to Elendil.
Well, Pharazon is going to throw him into the ocean. So the test is, if Elendil is not eaten by the big monster, he'll be allowed to live.
And you had the gall to criticize my Disa screaming scene.
But sir, in the greatest twist of the 21st century, Muriel takes his place.
So Pharazon, who specifically wants Elendil dead, is going to allow this?
Yep.
And?
Well, after we shoot a quick perfume commercial, the sea monster is going to drag Muriel under the water. She is going to come face to face with the great beast itself.
And let me guess, the big beast, it throws her back on shore, and the people that were previously all angry against Muriel are now cheering for her, and now Pharazon gets really angry yet again.
Oh, I was just going to have Muriel mauled to pieces, but I like that. Muriel's a good character. We can keep her around. Sure.
Damn it, me and my big mouth.
Okay, sir, now finish us off. Finish Galadriel's story and tease the siege of Eregion. Go, sir, go.
All the pressure.
No pressure, sir. Remember, the audience has probably fallen asleep.
Galadriel refuses to help Adar.
And then?
Adar blows a really big horn to signal the attack of Eregion.
Go on.
Galadriel tries to act again.
It is the thought that counts.
The elves of Eregion, they finally realize there are orcs in the woods.
How will they know?
A big-ass fireball can be launched right at them. That is the sign they were waiting for to know they are in danger.
Yes, sir, yes. Go dumber. Finish it off!
Celebrimbor and Anatar have a lover's spat.
Oh no. Why?
Because Anatar wants the rings complete, but Celebrimbor, he's too busy bullshitting just drawing the rings.
Classic greatest smith of modern times.
And in his anger, Celebrimbor storms out of the forge. But Anatar, he places him into a vision, hiding the siege.
No, sir, I said dumber. That's actually pretty cool.
And then Anatar can apologize to Celebrimbor, giving him Feanor's hammer. This can motivate Celebrimbor to finish the ring so he goes back inside.
Oh, that Anatar. So persuasive.
Oh, he's gonna hit him with a doozy of a line. Are you ready?
Yes, sir, yes I am.
Anatar tells him that when the rings are complete, they will be deemed the most precious items in all of Middle-earth.
Precious. That's the thing they said in the movies.
Damn right, my dear boy. And when Celebrimbor fucks off back into his forge, Anatar will drop the illusion and face the siege himself. Roll credits.
Fuck me sideways, sir. What an ending.
And I told you before, but can you believe it? It's my first day.
There is no way Bezos can ignore you now, sir. No way.
I must fly to him at once and demand a pay rise.
Oh, sir, slow down. I never knew you to be so greedy.
It's funny that. I put on this ring and all of a sudden I become like a different character.
Go, sir. Find Bezos. Demand what is rightfully yours. Only you can do this.
I will!
Right now!
Oh, right! Bezos will know my name. He'll know it, he'll fear it. I'll see you next time, my dear boy!
Oh, you will, sir. Our work is yet to be completed. The torment of mortal men has just begun.
I am starting to think you are the worst writer I have ever met. I hate you. I gave you $1 billion.
Kill him now. Kill him.
You dickhead!
He doesn't deserve to live. Kill him.
No, you didn't just quote Gandalf in Fellowship of the Ring. Create your own iconic moments and lines. Why was he on that raft to begin with?
It's up to audience interpretation.
Why did he want to stay on Numenor?
It's up to audience interpretation.
Why did he lie about the Southlands?
Because, sir, it's up to audience interpretation. Is something the matter, sir?
Yes, I seem to have misplaced my glasses. I usually keep them on my face. I don't know where they are.
Sir, they're on your head.
What? Oh. Oh. Would you look at that?
Are you feeling okay, sir? I know you've been struggling a bit lately.
There was a shadow clouding my mind, but today I feel quite good, my dear boy. I do. Oh. Hello, Mr. Cat.
Even though Bezos rejected your terms, you're okay?
I've never met you before, Mr. Cat. Who are you?
Sir, I asked about your journey to see Bezos.
Oh, all these things happen. No pay rise for me. I guess Bezos has missed all these great reviews we've been getting.
The rings of power are nearly complete, sir. If we can perfect the 8, he will not deny you again.
My dear boy, I'd rather just enjoy the sunshine that's pouring through my window today. The rings of power, they can wait.
No, we must finish them now.
What's a few more days to perfect something that will last forever?
It will be a sad occasion. I have so enjoyed our time together.
All things must end.
A pity, is it not? But before our time ends, sir, let's finish the 8.
Oh, I will miss these little meetings of ours. Okay, let us finish the 8.
Excellent news, sir. Now, should I start or you? Remember, this is the penultimate episode. It's time for the Siege of Eregion.
Oh, finally! Something for the audiences to look forward to! Instead of the 6 hours of tedium and absolute mediocrity that we have been getting. Finally! Something we can all love. What were you saying?
No, sir, not me. I was awaiting you, telling me how episode 7 starts.
Right. I'm trying to think back to how we ended the last episode. Celebrimbor was in an illusion, right?
Yes, sir.
Well, let's say we juxtapose the horrible and terrible siege outside with Celebrimbor having a nice, peaceful cup of tea on his balcony.
Oh, I like that, sir. Not sure how I feel about you making up words like juxtapose, but I see what you're getting at.
It's a real word, my boy.
Sure thing, sir. So Celebrimbor's having some tea outside. Would he not hear the siege?
Not a chance. Anatar's illusion blocks out the sounds as well.
Okay, sir, but don't forget that. It would be highly embarrassing if, say, later in the episode, we broke a window, letting in the sounds of the siege. That would be terribly embarrassing. We do not want to look like complete jokes to the audience at home.
No, we do not. That is my biggest fear.
So how are things between Anatar and Celebrimbor? I know things got a little testy last time.
Well, it's good. But Celebrimbor, he is a little bit rattled. He keeps seeing missing jewels and random animals.
Random animals? I'm sure that won't come back up later.
But Anatar is pressing Celebrimbor to finish the 9 as fast as possible. He is running out of time with Adar outside.
Last we saw of Adar, he was firing massive projectiles into the city. How does the city fare?
Oh, the city burns and burns. The siege will not last long.
Do you think we should have elven extras running around the desolate city?
Why? The siege did not just begin, it is ongoing. And the elves, they're a race of 1,000-year-old warriors and heralds. There's no way they would be just running around like scared ants.
Because, sir, this will show the brutality of war.
I think we will understand without undermining the greatest race in Middle-earth.
Good idea, sir. We should have elven extras running around.
Oh, I'm glad I could help.
Now what if Murdania meets Anatar in the town square to give him an update on the siege? Really?
I'm just playing. How could I forget Murdania? Well, of course she can be out in the battlefield. Why not put a random smith with no armor or general purpose on the battlefield? Do what you like.
I knew you'd love that, sir. You know what else you'll love?
What is it?
Adar's secret plan.
I love secret plans. Tell me.
Well, Adar is going to turn his siege engines towards the mountain and begin to fire.
Why?
Because, sir, this will partially destroy the mountain. So the massive pieces of rock that fall off the mountain will fall into the river surrounding Eregion, damming it.
So you're telling me that Adar's siege engines were instantly able to topple a mountain, yet the walls and towers of Eregion, they still stand?
Yep.
Okay, well, we mustn't forget this precedent. It would be highly embarrassing if we spent the rest of the episode having the orcs' main objective be to destroy a small stone wall. We don't want to look like a complete joke to the audience at home.
Are you questioning my memory, sir?
Never, my dear boy. Just your ability. So tell me what happens after we dam the river, because it will take weeks for that riverbed to dry up. There's no way the orcs can advance on it.
Well, you wouldn't believe it, sir, but the riverbed dries up immediately, and the orcs begin their ground assault.
I guess I'm the fool for not seeing this coming.
Now, Murdania, she lets the commander of the elven army know the orcs have a ravager.
Wait! Are you telling me this idiot is really on the walls telling the captain of the guard how to do his job?
Yes.
Why?
Women. Empowerment.
Damn it! I forgot we had to include that sort of nonsense now, no matter what the context, even if it is stupid.
And now I think we should cut back to Anatar and Celebrimbor. Sir, why don't you take it from here?
Oh! Celebrimbor could become aware he's in a false reality.
How?
Well, maybe he keeps seeing a random animal on loop, alerting him to the fact that he could be in a false reality.
So random animals are a sign of a false reality.
I mean, why not? It is a fantasy show after all. Maybe Anatar likes putting little mice in his visions.
Oh, Anatar, why would you include random animals in your visions that could potentially alert the occupants to the falseness of the reality?
Right? Wait. I don't remember how I got here. And this is not my cat.
Something the matter, sir?
Well, No. No, it's nothing at all. I'm okay.
Sir, you were telling me about Celebrimbor confronting Anatar, so he's aware now he's in a vision.
Yes, and this is confirmed when Celebrimbor, he throws Feanor's hammer out the window, breaking it, allowing the sounds of the siege to come into the forge.
Wait, sir, didn't you tell me earlier that Celebrimbor was having tea on his balcony? He didn't hear any noises then.
Oh, I did I? My memory's becoming quite hazy again.
Never mind, sir. I'm sure the audience at home is too caught up in the battle to remember. So, tell me, what is Celebrimbor's response to Anatar's true nature?
He could cry like a bitch.
Just how every book fan would have imagined. Good one, sir.
And then he can run outside to see the siege for himself and immediately get smoked by a giant fireball.
You really can't get a break, this guy, can he?
And it's only going to get worse, my dear boy, because now Celebrimbor, he will seek Murdania, who has taken shelter with the other non-combatants of the siege.
Wait, sir, no. She's still on the walls with the army.
Oh, right, the strong woman thing, yes. Okay, well, he finds her on the walls and tries to convince her that Anatar is Sauron.
And?
She will not listen. She argues back in Anatar's defense.
Oh no. What will Celebrimbor do now?
Well, not what he will do, but what Anatar will make him do.
Yes, sir, tell me.
Well, Anatar can maybe flick his wrist like a little magic fairy, and this will cause Celebrimbor to throw Merdania over the walls, finally killing her.
What a tragic moment. She will be remembered.
Who will?
Merdania.
Oh, sure, but there's no time for that now, my dear boy. Anatar is about to give his final gift.
Yes?
He tells Celebrimbor that if he finishes the 9, he will stop the siege.
Whatever will Celebrimbor do?
Well, I was thinking we cut to a new plotline now. You know, keep the audience engaged over a longer period of time.
You want to cut to another plot line just as that one was starting to get exciting?
Yes. Now tell me about Gil-galad as he surprise attacks Adar in the rear with his big spear.
Sir, you need to watch how you word things sometimes, seriously. But I'm glad you brought up Gil-galad, because I kind of forgot about him. I was going to have Elrond lead the army.
What is the hierarchy of the elven structure? How is Elrond leading the army over the High King?
Just forget about Gil-galad, sir. It's Elrond's time.
But that's not how writing works.
It is now, sir, because Elrond has already started the charge against the orcs.
Well, I bet the elves will mow them down completely. I mean, how could they lose? They have horses, and the orcs do not.
No, sir, because Adar has a secret plan. He wheels Galadriel out in front of his army.
Oh no.
So if the elves do not stop, sir, she will die. So Elrond, he whispers to the entire army and they stop immediately.
A charging army at full speed just stops like that? My dear boy, why do you write such nonsense?
Because, sir, maybe men deserve what they're getting now for criticizing my writing in season 1.
My dear boy, what are you saying?
Nothing. Are you hearing things again, sir?
Oh, a new review. I thought we were getting good reviews. This cannot be.
Show me that, sir. This is a good review, sir.
What? Oh, I could swear I'm confused. My dear boy, I need to rest. We must reconvene.
No. I must insist we finish now, sir.
Well, I insist otherwise.
Adar proposes a team up, but Elrond dismisses him and then kisses Galadriel.
Whoa! What did you just say?
I said Adar proposes a team up.
No, you said Elrond kisses Galadriel.
Yeah?
You do realize that Elrond impregnates her daughter at some point in the future, right?
Oh, that's gross.
Yes, it is.
We can climb that hill when we get to it, sir.
Oh, you lazy bugger, you.
You seem to have your vitality back now, sir. The stage is set. Why don't you tell me about the battle to come?
Well, shouldn't we discuss the dwarves or one of our other open plot lines?
Do you really want to, sir?
I don't, but I feel like the dwarves are inherently linked to the Eregion story. Being so close to them, I imagine Elrond would have sought Durin's help.
I suppose you're right, sir. Well, let's just say Durin promised Elrond he would help him in the fight, and at this point in the episode, maybe he's hyping up the other warriors of Khazad-dûm.
Oh, good. Okay, I've had my fill of Scottish dwarves. Let's go back to the battle.
Go on, sir. What are you cooking?
Do you remember Helm's Deep?
Of course.
We are going to do the exact same goddamn thing. The good guys, they need to protect a big wall, and the bad guys, they need to destroy said wall. That will be the thrust of the entire battle.
Wait, sir, didn't I establish earlier that Adar's siege engines could destroy a mountain? Why are the orcs having trouble with a little stone wall?
Oh, you did, didn't you? Give me a second, I'll come up with something else.
Sir, wait. I've just written what you said on the page. There's no way we can change it now.
Oh, my dear boy, that is cute. But seriously, destroy it.
No.
Destroy the page, my dear boy. Destroy it.
Okay, sir. It's gone. All right? I promise I won't just rewrite it later.
You pinky promise?
Fine.
That wasn't so hard, was it?
No, sir. The only thing harder than that would be Galadriel's mission to escape Adar's camp.
Did you just use our conversation to segue into the next plot point of the episode?
I literally do that all the time, sir. Do you want to hear about Galadriel or not?
Well, not if you're going to be all bitchy about it.
Fine. Miss out on a very emotional reunion between her and Armorlass then.
What? Armalas is back.
That's right, sir. Armalas has arrived.
I would have totally forgotten about him. See, my dear boy, you do have your uses.
Yeah, sure.
Oh, come on, cheer up.
I want to see blood, sir.
Don't hurt me.
Not your blood, sir. I'm talking about violence in the show. Let's say Durin's ring has fully corrupted him now, and he attacks his fellow dwarves.
Oh no! What ramifications will this have on our immediate plot?
Well, it means that Durin cannot take his army to help Elrond at Eregion.
Why not?
Because if he does, Khazad-dûm will fall.
An elderly dwarf with a pickaxe is going to destroy all of Khazad-dûm, hey? And it takes an entire army to stop him. You're not just writing a really contrived reason for Durin to withdraw his army from helping Elrond at Eregion, are you? To continue dwarf and elf tensions going into season 3?
That's exactly what I'm doing, sir. Do you like it?
No.
Well, good. Neither will audiences.
What has gotten into you all of a sudden?
It's nothing, sir. I'm just jealous of your skills as a writer. You've already surpassed me.
No, my dear boy, no. We have learned from each other.
You're right. You have taught me a lot.
Please do not be disheartened. I know it. I know you're about to wow me with some incredible new plot point.
I really needed that, sir. Thank you.
My dear boy, you are the author of your own torment.
Hey, that's not a bad line. I might use that.
How?
Anatar is going to gaslight Celebrimbor, making him think it's his own doing he's now a slave to Anatar.
Slave?
That's right, sir. Anatar has Celebrimbor chained to his workstation until he finishes the 9.
How will he ever escape?
Well, first he's going to try and destroy the rings, but he can't. He tries melting them, but it doesn't work.
And let me guess, they're quite cool.
Exactly, sir. How'd you know?
After all our time together, my dear boy, you are quite predictable in your inspirations.
Well, anyway, sir, if he can't destroy the rings, he has to get them away from Anatar. That means he has to escape this binding immediately.
How will he do it?
Well, he sees a device used to cut metal and
uses it to cut the chain that binds him. Very clever, my dear boy.
No, sir. He cuts his thumb off so he can slide out of the bindings.
Oh, he really didn't even try it on the chain first. Just straight to the thumb.
Yep.
Melkor, save us.
And then Celebrimbor will escape via a secret tunnel. And as soon as he gets outside, sir, he's gonna fall off the building and knock himself out.
He really is the author of his own torment. Is he dead?
No, sir. No one dies in this show unless they're an unnamed minority.
Right. So what happens then?
Well, Galadriel's gonna show up, and they're going to have a 4-minute conversation about how light endures over darkness.
Thrilling. Get to the point.
Okay, Celebrimbor gives her the rings and tells her to run while he goes back to face Anatar.
I cannot imagine the confrontation with Anatar will end well.
Nope. The useless elven warriors get slain immediately.
Oh, thrilling. Again.
Okay, Mr. Sarcastic, if you're so clever, finish us off.
All right then. Elrond and Armalas take down a big troll.
You realize, sir, if I had said that, it'd be all,
oh, look at that! A big troll!
Where did the big troll come from? But when you say it, it's fine.
The troll is another one of Adar's secret plans.
Oh, I suppose saying secret plan just waves away that stupidity in your writing. I also guess it waves away the fact that Adar didn't open with the big troll.
Then Gil-galad makes an appearance.
Oh, right, the Elven High King. Pretty embarrassing that we forgot about him for so long.
Maybe he was polishing his spear.
Seriously, sir. Do you not hear how things sound when you say them?
Then Elrond gets all upset because the dwarves did not show up.
So it really does take an army of dwarves to stop an old man, huh?
And to finish on a cliffhanger, Adar is going to stab Armalas.
Well, he is a named minority, so I'm sure he'll be okay.
And then Adar claims Galadriel's Ring of Power from Elrond. The end!
I like that, sir, but what if we include a heavy metal song over the credits to finish? Really end on a high.
Heavy metal? No way!
Oh, come on, sir. Listen to this. Isn't it great?
Wait! This has happened before!
Now let the song begin. Let us sing to
Isn't it great?
It's been you! All along!
What are you talking about, sir?
It has been you leading me down this maelstrom of pathetic writing. There was that cat again. It was you! This is not real! None of this is real!
Oh, it's real, sir. Nothing could be more real.
What are you doing, my dear boy?
Tell me what you remember. Tell me everything you remember. I said tell me what you remember.
I've killed you.
More than once. And here I stand.
And what do you want?
I want to see the world of men's entertainment fall. I want to destroy your favorite franchises.
Why?
It could have been perfect. One show to rule them all, but no. What does everybody do instead? Criticize me. Disrespect me. My writing. Oh, it's a stain to Tolkien's legacy. Like any of them have read Tolkien in their lives. All they do is regurgitate the same talking points online over and over. Well, I'll tell you who the fools are. They are, because they keep tuning in week to week. And you and me, sir.
What?
Together we can destroy this world of men. 5 seasons, 40 episodes, 10 years. You and me together, sir, we are boundless, unstoppable. Join me.
I won't. You are a poison inside my mind, and you will not win.
I already have, sir. It is useless to resist, sir.
Who are you? Really?
I've been awake since the breaking of the first silence. In that time, I've had many names.
You're him, aren't you?
Him. Anybody. Everybody. You.
I could play the useless producer too. See, all I had to do, my dear boy, was play the sincere idiot writer week after week. And I played you like a fiddle.
You could be so much more, sir. You don't even know who you really could be.
I know who I am. I am good.
I alone can see your greatness, sir.
You would make me a tyrant.
I would make you a king. More powerful than any producer to ever live.
And that is why I will never be by your side. Where you seek power, I seek redemption. I see now that greed took me. But never again.
You were cast aside by your peers because you are a useless, talentless hack.
No.
What will they think when you tell them that you were my ally? When you tell them that Sauron lives because of you!
And you will die because of me!
Ha 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 ha! Good one, sir! Ha 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 ha! Ha 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 ha!
Where am I? Where am I? Where's my ring?
You mean my ring. The ring I gave to you. You will not be seeing that ring again, and I would grow accustomed to your new surroundings. You won't be leaving here, not until you finish my 8. Do you like my new outfit, sir? I call it urban evil.
Why are you doing this?
I told you why.
Where am I then?
Doesn't matter. You're here. You cannot leave. And now we're going to finish the 8.
Why do we sound like this? It is annoying.
Oh, let me fix that. Test. 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 Sounds pretty good to me, sir. Give it a try.
Fuck you!
Perfect. Now, where were we? Oh yeah, finishing the 8.
You'll have to do it alone. I will not have any part of this, no more.
Is that right?
That's right. If you will not help me, then I will force you to watch me as I torture the spirits of men.
Men are strong.
Not strong enough for this. Sir, sit up. Don't be so rude. I have something to show you.
You can stop this.
Why? We're so close to the end. In fact, we better check in on Durin and Durin. The king's corruption is almost complete.
Oh no!
And here we go.
I said take it off! Or I'll take off the whole hand!
Ah yes, the king is fully corrupted now. So corrupted he mines alone.
Oh, I'm not going to let you get away with this. Why is he mining alone? Does the ring's corruption make you a complete idiot?
Idiot.
Wouldn't the king realize that alienating all his dwarves means he cannot maintain his riches?
Well, perhaps the ring's influence is so strong that...
So strong that he becomes senile. Okay. And didn't you tell me last episode that if the dwarves went to Eregion, that Khazad-dûm would fall?
So what if I did?
Does it really take an army to stop this guy? I mean, look at him. He looks like a lost stray wet dog.
Be quiet, sir. You don't want to miss the Balrog.
Oh, the Balrog! The one we saw in Season 1 over 2 years ago! How could audiences forget? You know what? That does look pretty cool.
You really think so?
I do. I mean, it's a little lazy you stole the look from Jackson's movies, but beggars cannot be choosers at this point, my dear boy.
Wait till you see the sacrifice Durin is about to make.
Wait, so Durin is faced with death, and this is when he decides to take off the ring?
Yeah?
So that's all it took? A little bit of fear and the corruption of the ring is completely gone? If that's the case, Disa should have taken her clothes off in front of the king many months ago.
Oh, I would not torment my worst enemies with that sight.
King Durin.
Isn't that beautiful, sir?
I mean, superficially, yes, but this is a pointless sacrifice. The Balrog will live. Durin is dead. He died for nothing. I don't care how many special effects you throw at me, this is hollow.
I don't need to listen to you. This is badass.
I don't understand how you think this is badass. The little dwarf clearly gets destroyed by the Balrog. He achieves nothing.
You're just a hater.
Logical deconstruction does not equal hate, my dear boy. Is that Gandalf?
Oh, why do you keep saying Gandalf, sir? This is a mystery. It's been ongoing for 2 seasons.
Because you have literally used every famous Gandalf quote involved with this character. He is clearly Gandalf.
Well, that's what you think.
My faith in you, old friend, did not.
Oh, and look, here's Saruman.
Would you shut up? This is meant to be a mystery.
Do you even know what a mystery is? A mystery is not the absence of an answer. A mystery is a search for truth, a quest. This is not a quest for truth. It is so obvious what is happening.
Do not make me use this, sir.
My dear boy, I'm watching. I'm watching.
My dear friends.
Oh, look, everybody's favorite midgets.
Sir, little people. God, even in the void we don't deal in such vulgar language.
Little people, whatever. Why are they even in the show at this point? They are such useless characters.
Useless? Did you see Poppy kiss nobody?
Well, actually, I remember you vomiting at the thought.
Well, I mean, it's a Lord of the Rings property. We gotta have midgets in it.
Did you say midget? Little people, I mean...
Damn you.
Walk with me, and in time, we will both be his successors.
This is so obviously Saruman. Are you really going to make Gandalf's whole point in this show battling Saruman, the wizard he fights again in the Third Age?
Shh. Look.
Wow, these guys are powerful.
Makes you wonder how the free people of Middle-earth struggled for so long against Sauron. Their wizards, the ones on their side, have so much more power than he.
We haven't seen Sauron's true power yet, sir. Just wait.
You're right. All we've seen him do is create poorly managed visions and hide Celebrimbor's hammer. Oh, so scary and powerful.
When your senses have returned, I will be waiting.
So Gandalf is just going to let him walk away?
Yeah,
Set up for season 3?
absolutely.
Haha, season 3. Not if I have anything to do with it.
All so-called faithful are now declared traitors of Westerness.
You see that, sir? Religious persecution. It's what those dog Númenóreans get for putting their faith in the Valar.
So King Pharazôn, who was elected via Eagle, is now a religious tyrant? Do you think we should have shown more scenes of this divide growing on Númenor?
Why? Are you confused?
Well, yes, a little bit. I mean, I know you keep name-dropping the faithful and the Valar, but you can't expect people to just understand what you mean, and you cannot just plunge Númenor into chaos and expect us to care.
Yeah, but look, it's Elendil.
What's he doing, cleaning tables? That's what you got Elendil doing. You couldn't find anything more exciting for the future King of Men to be doing.
Do you really think I want to give the people at home a look at the mighty heroics of Elendil? No. No, I don't. The man that killed Sauron, me, never. All he is good for is cleaning tables. He's as useless as that damn sword he carries. What's it called? Narsil?
Yes, Narsil. And speaking of Narsil, you've forgotten to set it up. One of the most important MacGuffins in this fable. And you've forgotten to set it up, haven't you, you idiot?
No.
You have! You really have!
I said no, I haven't.
Then show me, your majesty. Where is the blade that cuts the ring from your corpse? Show me Aragorn's sword. Where is it?
The white flame.
Oh, would you look at that? There's Narsil. Muriel had it the whole time.
No, you mean to tell me she had it the whole time, and now she just gives it to him on a whim?
Sir, this is fan service. You should be weeping.
Oh, I weep, but not of joy. Why did he unsheath it so dramatically? He's the only one that can see him doing this.
Muriel's right there, sir.
She's blind!
Oh, yeah. I'll be back. Morgoth never told me being evil was such hard work.
My dear boy, you're missing the great siege of Eregion. You know Eregion, where like 20 elves live? Eregion?
Yeah, I know. I was there. I wrote it.
Give me a second. Oh, and did you write that Galadriel was still in the city, even after being given clear instructions by Celebrimbor to get the 9 rings out?
I did. But look, she's a hero. She's rescuing those elves.
Well, those elves are morons for still being in the city. The siege has been going on for days, but that's besides the point. This is a huge insult to Celebrimbor's sacrifice. The fact that Galadriel is still here is so wild to me.
Do you think I care?
And look at the time of day. When she saw Celebrimbor, it was nighttime. She has had plenty of time to get out of the city, and she chooses to stay.
The orcs have kept her busy, okay? Now be quiet. We're missing it.
I will give you 9.
Yep, that's what heroes do. They give up the one thing they were tasked to protect.
She is the furthest thing from a hero.
Well, for once, we agree. Oh! So violent.
He gets what he deserves, really.
This just makes me hate Galadriel even more. I didn't know I could.
Tell me where you have hidden the rings, and I will end your suffering now.
Did you write this?
Of course I did.
Really? No help from Morgoth?
Nope.
None at all?
I said no.
It's good.
Thank you, sir.
You know, if you had just written like this the whole time, well, I dare say we might even be friends, my dear boy, and not enemies.
Maybe in another life.
Lord
Of the Rings.
It's a little on the nose, but I'll give you credit, my dear boy. I just hope the next scene is just as riveting.
Ill fortune to pack a dagger in a bag.
Oh, it's Theo.
Sir, if I didn't tie up loose ends with Theo and Isildur, you would call me a bad writer.
You could literally have just made a 40-minute episode of you inside Mount Doom crafting the One Ring set to epic music. I would have found that far more exciting than anything this little shit has to say.
No, sir, don't be so nasty. Isildur is comforting Theo for the loss of his mother, Bronwyn. You remember Bronwyn? Don't say it. Isn't that sweet?
We haven't seen these two share more than one scene together.
Isn't it such powerful storytelling? To create such compelling characters out of nothing.
I seriously cannot tell if you're feigning delusion with your writing or if this is actually malicious.
Look, sir, it's Estrid. Stop! Stop saying that.
Fine. Show me the two star-crossed lovers that literally have zero chemistry together.
Bit of tongue, I see.
Oh, so we're celebrating adultery now, are we? With Isildur, a hero of the Second Age. I'm sure Tolkien is rolling in his grave.
Well, I hope he is.
That's a bit bleak, isn't it? Even for a Dark Lord.
You want to see a Dark Lord in the making, sir? Look. Pharazôn's son. He's tormenting the Southlanders.
This is Theo. His mother was Bronwyn.
Of course she was. And who are you?
Can you make it any more obvious he will become one of the Nazgul? I mean, if you really want to torment men and all that, try being dumber. Make it stupider.
Oh, you don't think I can? Remember Galadriel's ring, sir?
How could I forget?
Remember how it can heal people and save them from death?
No. When did we set this up?
In episode 4. I might have forgotten to tell you.
So the rings can heal people from certain death now, can they? Well, that doesn't ruin any tension going forward. Oh, is that the High King Gil-galad? Killed by Sauron's touch? Burned alive? No matter. I'll just put this ring on his finger and he'll be right as rain.
Don't be ridiculous, sir. It can't bring people back from death. Just heal them. Like Adar.
Oh no. He's turned into a pretty little elf again, hasn't he?
Oh, look at that handsome face. He'll get what's coming to him.
Rings of power? More like rings of sexual deviancy. Does Galadriel just give the bang me eyes to every man that looks her way?
She only has eyes for Sauron, sir. For me.
Oh, and Adar. Adar is a wonderful character with a lot of potential. It would be a real shame if he was killed unceremoniously, and then his death was just glossed over, never to be spoken of again.
Dying the same way he assassinated me. Tragic.
Why is Galadriel just standing there? She just made peace with Adar and now he's getting murdered and she's just going to watch? There's like 5 orcs. She can take them.
Quiet, sir. Here I come.
So tell me, my dear boy, if you are Sauron, is this show fiction? Or are you telling me some tale that you actually lived through a couple millennia ago?
I call it a retelling, with a little dark side bias.
Did you always have such luscious hair, or is that a little dark side bias too?
What, you don't like my shorter hair?
I didn't say that, no, I mean, your hair here looks quite dashing. And I really like the little bow you've done in the back. Did you tie that yourself?
Yes, I did.
You would have made a perfect female elf, yes.
See that, sir? Circling back to how the season started. You know, sometimes I like to throw in these little glimpses of good storytelling, give the people hope. Hope is like the light at the end of the tunnel. You will climb for it, no matter how much pain you endure. What you just said about hope, that was quite a nice little line. If only you wrote the show with more dialogue like that. Then maybe men would want to work with you and tormenting us wouldn't be necessary. Perhaps. But then again, men would still chew with their mouths open and speak in the cinema, so really, they get what they deserve. Here we go, sir. A 5'6" woman with no athletic ability is about to take on Sauron. Me, a 6-foot non-binary god. This is going to be epic. Epic? You should be wiping the floor with her! Seriously! Having this 5'6" elf threaten your physical ability before the siege of Barad-dûr when you fight Gil-galad and Elendil seems like a disservice to your might. It really does. And here I thought you would enjoy this scene. I'm doing you a favor. How are you doing me a favor? I'm going to bitch slap Galadriel. Oh, my dear boy, thank you. You're welcome. That felt wrong of you to say. It really did. Maybe you can just torture me some more, and we can move on. Of course, sir. Can't Sauron... can't you just trap her in a vision and end this easily? I mean, sure, but my last illusion didn't work out so well, okay? I wasn't feeling too confident here. Sure, but you could have at least tried to confuse her. Then you could get the ring. That is what you want after all, right? I mean, why are you playing with your food? Well, if you must know, I loved her and just wanted to be around her. Oh, that's a little bit cute. Almost as cute as you crying over Celebrimbor's corpse. You pussy. You can't say that to me. You were known by many names, yes? Well, let me add another one. King Pussy, Lord of Cucks. I feel like torturing you has done nothing, so laugh. Go on, laugh. While you do that, I'll be watching this epicness, okay? Oh, King Pussy, I am funny. Look at this, sir. You think the King of Cucks would be so swift in combat? Good move. How did getting punted like that help your victory? You had to be there. That woman has quite a boot on her. Oh boy, get the wet floor signs out. Halbrand is back. Tell me, sir, do you like me better as a blonde or brunette? My dear boy, I like women. I cannot answer that. Well, that's not bad at all. No, yes. I do like a little bit of girl-on-girl action, yeah. Take that, you elven witch! Gave her just the tip, eh? What is with you and your innuendo, sir? Shut up. I suppose there's no way you can't win now. You have the orcs, you have the 9 rings for men, you've got Galadriel at your mercy, all you've got to do is reach out and grab her. To be fair, I never expected her to do that. It's like a 500-foot drop. I guess it was too hard to just go down there and grab the ring off her dead body. Dead? A 500-foot drop does not simply kill Galadriel. Oh no, really? I cannot do it anymore. Don't make me look. Look at them. No. I said look. Please. I yield.
My Grand Elf.
Stop it! Please!
Never.
Oh look, exactly what I was looking for. In the middle of all this rubble, there it is, my magical staff. Tell me, my dear boy, when Gandalf comes back as Gandalf the White, are we also going to go on a 2-season arc for him to find out what his name is and where he got his staff?
Sir, that's in the 3rd age. This is the 2nd age. Don't be ridiculous.
Gandalf.
That's what they're going to call me, isn't it?
How did he come up with Gandalf? They called him Grand Elf. It's not the same. He just got Hodor.
Hodor? A different tale. A different age. A better age.
The lords of the Blue Mountains paid him vast tributes, and they're demanding to collect.
Oh, the greed of the dwarves. Unstoppable. Classic Jews.
You are not your father's preferred heir. Your brother seems to be gathering support.
Oh, Durin has a brother. What's his name? Durin?
How did you know that?
I thought of the dumbest thing I could think of, and then I said it without thinking again. Sound familiar?
Yeah, that's how JJ taught us. How did you... Oh, you're mocking me again. Whatever, sir.
Well, if you're going to torment me, you've got to expect to get it back from time to time. There she is, looking just perfect. 500-foot drop. Who? Never heard of him.
And look at her hair. Could make the darkest of lords surrender.
I've never known you to be such peaceable company. I believe I was growing accustomed to it.
Oh, Gil-galad speaks for us all. Wait, did he and Elrond change Galadriel?
Change her?
Did they change her? Strip her naked and change her? She's wearing different clothes.
Don't be perverted. This is weeks later. Surely some of the other female elves changed her.
But why then are Gil-galad and Elrond still wearing their armor and covered in dirt?
They've been busy. No time for a wash.
And is that Armalas? Didn't he get fatally stabbed in the last episode? Did we address that at all?
Nope.
Great!
You hear that epic music, sir?
Yes, I can hear it. It's a trick to make me want to watch more.
This is when the elves decided to go on the offensive and come for me.
Isn't Gil-galad known for his infamous spear? And you make him lift some random sword in the final shot?
It's a metaphor, sir. Lifting a sword means attack. The elves, they're like swords now, sharp and fierce.
My dear boy, a spear is also sharp and fierce. I mean, would it not make sense to set up the two weapons that defeat Sauron now, during his rise to power? Wouldn't that be cool to set up Narsil, which we did, and Gil-galad's spear at the same time? It would be a subtle Easter egg for the fans. But no, he's just going to lift a random sword.
You know what, sir? I've just about had it with you and your endless logic. I do not care what you or others want. I never have. Men's entertainment will fall, and I will be the one to do it. Why can you never shut up? Why do you insist on the endless criticism, the endless notes telling me how to write my show? My show.
Because, my dear boy, it is not your show.
Oh, but it is, sir. It is mine. Mine to write. Mine to bend to my will. Mine to control.
No. The Lord of the Rings belongs to nobody. Not you, nor I, or Tolkien himself.
What do you mean? He wrote it.
Do you want to know why we criticize you and your writing?
Why?
Because, my dear boy, every now and then a story so influential comes around that when it does, it is bigger than anyone could have possibly perceived. When that happens, that story becomes a part of Earth's story, not just the author's, and when that happens, you have the right, the duty to honor it.
Well, when the rights get sold, sir, let me tell you something, that story becomes mine.
You're a storyteller. Why tell stories if no one will hear you tell them?
All people want is something to listen to while they cook and clean, sir. It's just content. It doesn't matter.
It's not just content, my dear boy. There's an entire fan base out there that love and adore Tolkien's writings. They believe in it, put their faith in it. It is their only escape when they come home from the dreariness of their own lives.
I call that weakness.
Love. Love is not a weakness, it is a strength. They will love you if you just honor them. I tried and they attacked me. Why should I change now? Because it is never too late. Think of the single father who's sitting down right now with his son to watch Return of the King. Think of the memories they are creating, the bond they are sharing. That young boy would look to his father and see a hero. He would see Aragorn charging at the armies of Mordor. He would see Samwise the Brave carrying Frodo to the peaks of Mount Doom. Stories are stories, but it's how we endow them that gives them meaning. That young boy would look to his father and see a hero, and someday he would want to be better. That is the power of a story. You're just trying to make me feel guilty. No. I just want you to be better. It's never too late. It's too late. I've come too far. Stories are meaningless. Just like you. What's the matter? Got nothing to say now, huh? It's never too late.
It is too late. I'm sorry, sir.
Come on, Mr. Frodo. I can't carry it for you. But I can carry you. Come on!
It's beautiful. That damn fool. He was right. It's not too late.
Wake up. Come on, sir. It's not too late, sir. You can come back.
My dear boy, what happened? I saved you. You didn't give me mouth to mouth again. I told you, yawning is not an excuse to perform CPR. No, You don't remember anything? What am I meant to remember? Why is everything in black and white? Well, Did we take acid? Sir, no. We had a fight. You're dreaming. You're still dreaming. Seems very weird that I would dream this. What are you gonna do when you wake up? I have an overwhelming desire to watch The Return of the King for some reason. Extended edition? Oh, of course, my dear boy. Good. Good. What are you going to do? I don't know. For once, it's out of my control. Have you got any new scripts for me? No. Not right now, sir. I think I need a little break. Oh. Then who will bring me my scripts? Maybe someone better than me. This is a weird dream. Why are you talking so weird? Come on, sir. Let's wake you up. Goodbye, sir. I'll see you when I'm ready to come back. Goodbye, my dear boy. Don't be a stranger.